Good morning to you.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Morning, Miss Murder.
Good morning. Hey, Miss Murder.
Hey, Miss Murder.
We've been running around with like chickens with our heads cut. If I didn't get Mike
Oh
out of
my
this
God.
house, I thought I was gonna die.
My husband's late for work. He was late. I wanted to take a shower this morning. I had to wait until he was done. God damn it.
Hey, listen, I got to wait till two men get out of the damn shower so I can get my ass in there. And then by that
Two
time,
men?
you guys are, huh?
Two men? What,
Well,
you
his
doing
brother,
threesomes now?
his brother lives here. His mom
Wendy
lives
V
downstairs.
video
It's like
about
a whole big family affair.
Ninja in the shower with two men in 3, 2, 1.
Here we go. Hey, Vampira.
Hey, Vampira.
Hey,
How
Vampira.
are you?
How's it going at 5 in the morning? What time is it?
Oh my
now?
God.
6 in the morning? 7, almost 7.
Oh, it depends on what part of the country you live in.
I've been up since about 4, which is 3 Carla's time, I think, right?
I've been up since 5.
Yeah. I think I'm ahead of you. I think.
Right. That's what I said. I've been up since 4, which is
It's 5
Well,
my time.
Pennsylvania time is the same.
I'm
I think you guys
fine,
are
Vampira.
the same
How are you
time.
doing? Haven't seen you in here for a hot minute.
Hot minute.
A hot minute. Oh, geez. Am I live? Am I live?
Good morning, Rhonda.
Is it live?
I think so.
Am I live?
Or is it
Rhonda!
Memorex?
Hi, Rhonda. Help me,
Oh,
Rhonda.
Bay Beauty. Hello,
Help
Bay
me,
Beauty.
Rhonda.
Good
Hi,
morning,
Baby.
Bay Beauty, my
Rhonda.
sweet
Help
angel
me.
baby.
Oh, she is so sweet. Yes.
Baby Beauty. She's been up for
Thanks,
over
Miss
24
Murder.
hours. Holy
Over 24
Well,
hours, I do that a lot,
Oh my
Vampira.
God.
I have such
Remy!
insomnia.
Morning.
It's disgusting. Good morning, Remy.
Remy.
Oh, you've been doing DoorDash? I'm sure DoorDash is really busy.
What's DoorDash? I don't even know.
It's where they deliver food to your house.
Listen to this.
Oh.
Hey, hold
Yeah.
on. I got to
Hey,
complain.
Kansas City.
Kansas City.
Hey, Kansas City. I got one of those stupid things, to go to work for Uber. They actually called me, right? And they go, asking me all these personal questions. They asked me my date of birth. They hung up on me. I'm like, are you fucking kidding me?
That's
What, I'm
age
not 20?
discrimination. They're not supposed to ask you that.
FedEx.
Exactly.
FedEx. You want to hear his thing?
What?
You didn't have to do it, but you did. I should bring him up and say that.
Pow.
Hey, Bloodex.
Pow. Oh, yeah. He says, you didn't. When someone gives him a super chat, he goes, you didn't have to do it, but you did.
Jason.
Pow.
Jason, we
And
love you.
The chat luffer is
Jason,
here.
we love you.
Chat luffer. That's a good one.
He's our
The
chat luffer,
chat
our
luffer.
secret luffer.
You luffer, you. You mother luffer.
You mother luffer.
Oh, Vampira.
Jason's so awesome.
FedEx is married to Vampira. And they
Oh,
have
really?
their own
Seriously?
channel.
Oh, that's so
Hey,
cool.
Taco. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning.
Taco. Hi,
Wait,
Taco.
I was
good morning,
almost
Taco.
named this screen Taco Tuesday.
Hey, Keith.
Almost.
Taco money, honey.
I kept thinking it was Monday today. Like I was
No,
so
wait a second.
stuck.
I have
No,
a
today's
legitimate
Tuesday.
question. This is a legitimate question.
Still
If
single, Commander.
Vampira is married to Blood, does that make them a couple of suckers? Just saying.
You want to come up,
Carrie? Hi, Carrie.
Going to say that for me.
Hi, Carrie.
Wait a minute. I have to get the link here.
Love
want to come up?
Yes.
He's going to say.
Yes. She said yes.
He's going to say, you didn't have to do it, but you did. Every time I go to his channel, every single time I go to his channel, I make him say that.
Jason said, "You're Rhonda."
You're Rhonda. You are Rhonda.
You're Rhonda.
He said, still single.
I can't
still
roll
single.
That's one thing that I can't do.
I like that song.
Roll my
Help
R's.
me, Rhonda.
I do too.
Me, Rhonda.
I sang it. Nobody heard me.
Help me, Rhonda. I always sing
Paula Dean.
Rhonda, yeah.
Listen, I know Paula Dean. People have issues with her, but the bitch can cook. I'm just saying.
Oh my God. And she always uses butter. She's a butter babe.
Butter babe.
I did Uber for fun, or what I thought it was going to be lots of perverted gals at night that I picked up from the bar.
Hey, Keith. How are you
I
this
know.
morning?
Oh my
Keith?
God. Hi, Keith.
Oh my God.
Keith.
Carrie's so awesome. I love Carrie.
She's cute.
Carrie's
She's
adorable.
Carrie's a babe. She came up here and told her story about being stalked for 4 years one day. I don't know if you guys ever saw that. Time she
No.
came up on panel. Yeah, she was
I
stalked by
did.
this
Yeah, you know what? I do,
woman.
Jason.
Yeah,
I
she
could
talked
sing
about
everybody's
it,
name.
and it was
Really?
pretty horrific. Like
I
this
love a
woman
buttery
made
bitch.
her life miserable.
I can't.
Made her miserable for years.
Well, yeah.
That was like a
Keith is
really bad
awesome.
story. I think Miss Paula's getting a little bored. She put up a recipe for deviled egg. Yeah, I
Listen,
saw that.
there's an
See?
art to deviled eggs. Listen,
Put
never
beef.
underestimate a deviled egg
Oh,
because
I love deviled
they
eggs.
can be tough to make, and there's like 170,000
You know what she does?
Different
though?
zillion
recipes. Yeah.
You know what
variations
she
I
does?
of
know.
what.
She boils an extra egg, so white and all, and she mushes it up with the rest so that the fillings are full. Oh,
Right.
here's my blood.
Yeah,
Hey,
that's
blood
right.
egg.
didn't have to do it, but you did. What's going on, bro? How
That
are
How
you?
is
you doing,
awesome.
blood? I haven't
That's
seen you in a hot
awesome.
minute. How you doing?
Oh crap! Hold on, I gotta take you off
Toast.
Bluetooth. Hold on.
I'll
Now,
take you off
What's next?
Bluetooth.
Toast?
oh, you was
She
listening? You gotta turn it up because I can't hear her.
What is that
Can't hear
actor?
any
He
of it.
looks like
Can you hear us?
that actor. What's that actor?
Can you hear us? Can you hear us all?
Yeah, I can hear you all.
Can you
Okay.
hear me now?
I just had to
Can hear
turn.
you
I
now.
just had to turn up the radio because y'all are
Whoa,
yelling.
you
I
guys.
got a whole car full of people.
Sorry, I haven't been in your channel for a while. Been staying off social
He
media
does.
pretty much.
What is
It's all
that
right,
actor's
Carla. It's no
name?
big deal.
That actor's name. That actor's
But you
name.
can
That,
still promote my channel if you want. I'll promote yours if you promote
and he even
mine.
sounds like him, Misdemeanor.
Remy, baby, if you need to, let it loose. Kansas City, I
Carla,
would love to hear a Tuesday story. What about
I
me,
tell a
misdemeanor?
Tuesday story.
He looks
Oh,
like that
Kansas.
actor.
Yes, you can tell a Tuesday story. Come on up.
I can't tell. I can't. John something. That actor.
Oh, someone's getting
Sorry.
feedback.
You
You
look
got
like
feedback.
that
Carla,
play.
sorry. Carla, sorry I've been up all night. I look like shit right now. I apologize.
Meatloaf.
Do you
No,
have another
Yeah,
device?
yes,
no.
that's what people always call me. I don't care.
Really? No. It's the
Calls
other
you what?
actor.
Calls you
Yeah.
who?
I said that. Oh,
That-
you did? I said that. Oh, my wife called me Meatloaf.
Oh yeah, you do kind of look like him.
Oh my
No,
God!
who's the
Stop
one
it,
that-
Carla. I'm down. I'm out.
What's that actress that just got booted
Uh-oh.
off because she was controversial about Trump, and she got booted off her own show? The guy that played her husband.
Oh, John Goodman.
Yeah,
John
thank
Yeah,
you.
John Goodman.
Yeah,
He does look like John Goodman.
A little bit.
and you
Little bit.
sound like him too. You sound like
I
his
sound
voice.
like John Goodman.
Yes,
Well,
Yeah,
Yeah.
you
yeah.
kind of do.
you
kinda
do. You have his
I never
voice.
thought about that before. Head tacos. Someone want to
That's
post
the first time I've ever been told
Blood
that.
X's channel?
No, you do. I
Please,
saw as soon as
Remy.
you came on.
One of my
especially when you were
mods,
talking,
Remy.
I was like, oh my
Remy's my
God.
poster in here.
Rhonda, I'm going to join in on that rant whenever we get ready to do that because it's getting
What rant?
absolutely.
I may
Listen,
wait till a bit later, but I do want to say a few things regarding the dragging you're getting. Who's getting dragged?
well, all the Remy troll accounts and clone
God.
accounts,
That sucks.
and it only happens in certain people's chats. Let me just go there real quick. There, I've done it.
Remy, can
Okay,
you
we're good.
post Blood X's channel and St. Taco's channel in here? She's my poster.
There you
My
go.
little kitten. She has come to rape me. Help.
You didn't have to
Thank
do
you, St.
that.
Taco.
You
That's-
did.
I like when he says that. You did not have to do it, but
I
you
love
did.
when he said, "Hi, Charlie girl. How are you?
Good morning, Charlie
How
girl.
are you this
Hi,
morning?
Charlie girl.
Morning, morning, morning. Good morning.
To you.
I'm glad
Charlie
everybody's
says,
in
love my good and plenty.
Yeah, they're in a new damn cheerful.
It's because you've been up all night.
I've been up all night, so I'm really tired.
Why have you been up all night? Why?
Bam needed me.
Was the
She's
sex
sick,
that
so I
good?
had to be here for her.
Was the sex that good?
It was good.
Oh, man, it's
Was
always
it?
good sex, but you know.
Was there a ceiling fan involved? I mean, and bungee cord.
No, but I will tell you one thing. There wasn't a ceiling fan involved, but there
But-
was Cool Whip, an ice cube, and
Ooh,
2
ice cubes.
squirts of whipped cream involved.
Jason wants to know if you have a shirt on.
Yes, I have a shirt on.
I will say this. I had an
He has a shirt
ex-boyfriend.
on. He's got wife beater.
I had an amazing ex-boyfriend who, after we broke up, we met up a couple of times. I went to his apartment one time, and he had this beautiful picture over his sofa in his living room of melting ice cubes. I knew immediately it was a tribute to me. Well, okay, carry on with your discussion.
Carry on.
I'm just saying.
She got a flashback.
Woohoo! Good times. Good times.
She got a little oof.
Watch, Brian's going to show up any minute now. He's going to go, what the hell is Misdemeanor talking about ice cubes?
Kansas City is saying, okay, so a turtle and a snail ran into each other at an intersection. The police got there and asked the turtle what happened. He said, I don't know, it went too fast.
I used to say the same thing about my ex-husband.
Oh my God.
Dun-dun-dun.
Dun-dun-dun.
As I have said,
That's
cowboys stay on at least 8 seconds. He was no cowboy.
Hey, Carla, can I tell a joke?
Yes.
Yes.
So I went and visited my grandpa in the nursing home the other day. And I went and visited my grandpa in the nursing home the other day, and he told me I'm too damn dependent on technology these days.
Okay.
So I called him a hypocrite and unplugged his life support.
That's funny and bad at the same time.
Like someone, I would say, well, I'll just say this about this certain person. If I was in the hospital and they were on life support, I think.
What?
Hey, Charlie made the
remember
cobbler.
how it went. I forget it. I hate when I forget a punchline.
I always tell the punchline first. That's how I get rid of it.
Something like if you were on life support, I'd charge my phone or something. I'd unplug it to charge my phone or something.
Okay, if somebody knows the joke, please tell it.
Charlie girl, listen,
Charlie
girl, don't come for me when you gain 50 pounds. I'm just saying the shit is addictive. And yes,
it's evil.
Cobbler? Yes.
Is it peach cobbler?
What kind did you make? What fruit did you put in there?
I love peach cobbler.
Come on, Dixie.
Well, here I got, because I asked my husband what he wanted, what kind of cobbler he wanted. So we got cans of peach with caramel in it.
Yes.
That's what he wants. Peach with caramel cobbler.
They have
but we have to eat the lemon squares first because I made lemon squares the other day.
I love lemon squares. Oh,
they're so good.
I know.
Vamp has a really good peach, just to let you all know that.
Oh my God.
Did you hear? Oh my God.
We're going there now. We're going there
Sounds like my girlfriend's husband when he's like, she gets mad at him about something. He goes, you didn't say that last night. Ha ha ha.
Did you say?
Yes, Lucky Leaf. Those Lucky Leaf pie fillings are the best. And I think they have an apple cobbler and an apple caramel and a peach caramel.
Good morning, Joanne.
They're excellent. Morning, Joanne.
Hi, Joanne.
Hi, my sweetheart.
My sparkle girl.
Yeah, she is a sparkly. She is sparkly. She is
sparkly.
She's very
sparkly. Carla,
yes.
I got a joke even you can give. Are you ready?
Okay. Even I can get.
Jason loves lemon drops.
My big toe is a major slut. It bangs everything.
Oh my God.
Wah, wah, wah.
That's like Brian telling those jokes.
Oh my God, Brian was telling the most corniest jokes yesterday.
I know.
Oh my
Some of them were just like, really, Brian?
Kansas City Light says, and this is him, not me. I left the
I loved that.
I had to get off, or she would be madder than a midget with a yo-yo.
I heard that. I laughed my ass off when you said that, by the way, Kansas City Light.
Yeah, midget is one of those words that are politically incorrect nowadays.
Kansas City, I know I've asked you this before, but are you Missouri or Kansas? I'm going to dox you. No, I'm kidding. But listen, if you haven't lived there, because Kansas City, there's Kansas City, Kansas City, Missouri.
Yeah.
There's no real delineation between the two cities. All of a sudden you're in one side or the other. You don't even know it. And watching the news is really eventful because those idiots Those idiots get on there and they go, there was a major accident in Kansas City this evening. And you're like, which fucking one? Missouri or Kansas?
Yeah,
A girl
Lemon
from
Square's
Texas can't keep up, dudes. I'm just saying.
Lemon Square's are the
Correct.
best. So
Definitely
what
can't go wrong
what
with
kind
Lemon
of fruit
Square.
did he use in there? Did he say?
Um,
Where?
Oh my peach
cherry,
cobbler is always
cherry,
good.
the lucky leaf cherry.
Ooh,
Like,
cherry.
And they
okay,
have,
Oh,
you said 29 ounce can, and all we can get here is 21 ounce cans.
you know what? But I always double
I bought
my
two.
recipe because my thing is huge. My
I
thing
bought
is
2
huge.
cans.
her
Yeah.
thing
Not
is
that
huge.
thing.
Wah.
Just do the 21. It's fine. It's not that. Did you get the pie filling
Oh, thank you, Carrie.
or just the fruit? Because you have to get the pie filling, not just
Thank
fruit.
you so much,
Right.
Carrie. Carrie's a sweetheart.
Yes, she is. She's awesome.
Like
Wow,
and
it
subscribe
got
to
so quiet already. It got so
Carrie, you're
quiet all of a
so
sudden.
amazing.
Yeah, she is.
I've lived on
She
both
is.
sides of the state line, Kansas City. I don't know.
And
It kind of reminds me of Texas and Louisiana. Texas kind of being more Kansas, if you can imagine that. I don't know why. Because they just are kind of more sane.
No
Missouri
idea.
is more like Louisiana, where you just don't ever know what the hell is actually going to happen. Just saying.
so you glad you're back in Texas?
No, only because there's no
No,
state income tax and our schools are all accredited here.
you don't have income tax
Oh,
there. Does Florida?
yeah.
Is Florida the other
No.
state that doesn't have
Yes.
tax too?
I
Yeah.
think the
Okay.
only
Yeah.
one on the southern border
Yeah.
down here with us is Louisiana. They still have state income tax because
You
their
live
governors like to go to Vegas and gamble. Just saying. So they take that money
you
in.
live in Texas,
I do now, darling.
Texas, where the X is.
home of my Dallas Cowboys. I love
Yes, sir.
I love the Cowboys.
Oh yeah,
Yes,
Cowboys
sir.
are good.
My favorite
Yep.
team.
Although I will say, I do love me some Aints. I
Do you
really
think there's
do.
going to be football? Do you think they're going to be?
Oh yeah,
I'm like really
Maybe
wondering about that.
televised, yeah.
Do you want to see riots
I
for
think
real
so.
in this country?
Yeah,
I
right.
don't know about that.
They'll shut down baseball, but they won't shut down football. They did one
So,
year, though, didn't
Oh,
they?
Carrie,
so
you're
what
from
X? Tell me what
Scotland?
you did during this. Hey, Jenna. Hey, Jenna.
Hi, Jenna.
How are you doing, sweetheart? I'm
Carrie's
so
from
jealous. I
Scotland.
wanted to jump in your pool. Was it yesterday?
Good morning, Jenna Moon.
Come
I
on up,
love you, my dear girl.
come on up for a minute. Can someone promote her channel? I think she's going live this morning.
Who, Jenna?
I think Jenna is. I think I saw a notification because I'm subscribed to her.
Jason said Delaware has 0 sales tax too.
See, I would love to move up the
Jenna.
East Coast just for the weather.
Yeah, Delaware. You want
All right,
snow?
Carl.
Why?
All right, Carl. I gotta get off of here, man. I'm
Okay,
going
next
to the
time
drug-
you're live, blood, I'll try to get on your.
Bye.
Love you
Nice
Say it for
too.
me.
you.
Say it for me one more time.
You didn't have to do it, but you did.
That's awesome.
You two take care of each other.
Hey,
Bye.
you too. You guys take care. Love you all. Much love.
Okay, love
Okay.
you too.
Love you.
Take
Bye.
care.
Peace out.
Vamp said bye, by the way.
Okay. Bye, Vamp.
Bye, Vamp. God, I haven't seen them on here
Hey,
in
Jenna.
forever.
Jenna's up.
Good morning,
Hi, Jenna.
lady.
Thank you,
Hello.
Rhonda.
How are you guys?
Good. How are
We're
you?
awesome.
We're
How
good.
Good.
Nice to have you. I don't think you've ever been up on my channel.
I have never been on your panel ever.
I think I was.
I'm
This is
Nanya.
I
the
was
first
the most
time.
hated person of the ex Patreon. I was a much hated person.
Nice to meet you too.
Thank you.
I like your name, Nunny.
Thank you.
I like that.
Nanya? Because it's
Yeah, we were
Nanya.
gonna name
Nanya Biz.
ourselves
Nanya
after the
Ninja.
Ninja Turtles. Actually, we were trying to figure which one was which. So.
Yeah, I'll be Donatella.
Or
While
either
my
that,
husband,
or the Golden Girls.
while my husband was reenacting the entire movie of the Ninja Turtles,
Oh, that
while
was funny. She's
he
like,
was
he's
making his lunch in the
dancing.
kitchen.
He's dancing and making a sandwich. to the
I seriously,
Ninja
I think
Turtle
he's gonna.
song.
I think he's gonna start showing up on YouTube's on the weekends.
Oh,
Did
that's
someone
gonna be
post?
fun.
Did someone
Yeah.
post Jenna Moon's channel? Oh yeah, Rhonda, you did.
Yes, Rhonda did.
Thank you, thank you.
I'll sub.
How are you guys?
I'll sub to you, Jenna.
Oh,
Yeah,
thank
well,
you.
Remy needs to
I'm actually
Remy needs to
stuck with
schedule
her.
a rant. Remy needs to schedule a rant for T minus 10 minutes.
Come back on, Jenna.
Okay. Jason loved Nanya from Chirac.
Chirac.
I don't live in Chirac. I live in a suburb outside of Chirac.
Much love to you, Blood.
Hour and a
Thanks for
half
coming up. I
west of
appreciate
there.
it. I appreciate everybody that comes up here, actually.
I don't like
Isn't
Chirac.
that cool? You don't like Simon?
No, I don't like Chirac.
Oh, what's Chirac? Oh, here comes. Okay, Jenna Moon's coming up. Hey, Jenna.
Chirac.
Do I have to tie you down like I do M's?
Yes.
It happens to me too.
We like tying M's down in the morning. It's
okay,
fun
guys.
for all.
I just heard something, so I have to mute.
Okay.
Okay. You heard something.
I don't know. What? She needs to get rid of that fucking mirror. I'm telling you.
Yeah, she does.
I bet that mirror is still upstairs. I'm gonna have to drive up there. I'm making a field trip. I swear to God.
Drive up there and break the son of a bitch, will you?
No, we can't break it.
I know.
That would be bad. Very bad.
Yeah, it would be bad.
Jenna,
she needs to tie
ghosts.
it up. She needs to just throw it in the garbage and be done with it and let somebody else deal with it.
She has ghosts like really bad in her house. It's not even funny
really
anymore.
bad.
It's creepy.
Jen, really bad.
What was it, Carla?
It was a huge bang. Didn't you guys hear it?
It was probably the mirror that's still upstairs that you haven't gotten rid of.
Yeah,
I don't know what to do with it. I really
get rid of it.
Dumpster.
What did she
Honest to God, there's something going on in here. I'm getting freaked out. Hang on.
Okay, what?
Be careful. What?
Don't mute us in case they try to kill you. We would need to dial 911.
What are you doing? She mutes it. Why would you want to mute it?
Jenna, I cannot tell you how much I appreciate everything the last week. I can't. I really can't.
No. Thank you.
You're an amazing human being. You've always been, when I was there, the most wonderful person to me personally.
Jason.
Not that we talked a whole lot or anything, but I admired you then.
Wisconsin.
I admire you now.
I appreciate that. I saw your message yesterday, and it was so sweet. I did write you back under my video. It really meant a lot. I mean, we're doing what we're all doing out here. We're just trying to speak our truth, you know.
Right.
And
yeah.
I believe what is really what the good that's come out of it is we've reconnected with a lot of people that we met.
Yeah.
We really liked, and when I left Laura's Patreon and Discord, there was a lot of ladies in there that I really liked a lot.
It hurts
and
to
I
walk
know
away
I
from
did
that.
a horrible thing, and I was a mole, and I admitted it. But for the people that I really got close to, I'm so sorry about that.
That's how I say it. Wisconsin.
We've all done our stuff, Carla. We've all done it. We've all done something we're not proud of, and that's your one. We all have our stuff we're not proud of. All of us. But like Wendy, when I was on Wendy and Diane's panel, they asked me once, why did I stay? Why did I stay? And I really said it was because of the girls, and it really was. It was tough to walk away from the friends and the people I met. It wasn't necessarily because I wanted to continue supporting her. I wanted to continue to support the ladies that were in there.
And not only that, but that there were certain people, I don't know if you felt this way, but there were certain people that had to get out before I did, because I felt like if I could distract her enough to just let them walk away and go live their life, and then I could take the fall if there was going to be any, and there really wasn't where I was concerned, because I just went, and she was probably very glad I'm gone, whatever. But I felt like they needed to go first, because if not, I didn't want her going after them for leaving. You know what I'm saying?
I never felt like Laura ever liked me. I always felt like she just didn't like me. And I stayed there for 5 months, but I just felt like she just didn't like me. You know how you get that feeling? And there was another one that left. I think she joined, and 2 weeks later she messaged me. She said, I'm getting out of here because I just don't think Laura likes me. And that was hurtful, because I stayed for 5 months.
It is hurtful, but Laura, like I said on my panel, Laura only liked you when you're doing something for her.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I was never one of those people that did anything for her. And then when she told us to go to her, I remember the only time I went to her was in Discord, and she goes, I'm busy right now. I got problems of my own. And that was my answer. And I never went to her again for anything.
Yep.
Jason Castle. Okay.
What is he doing?
He's making me say these, like, he goes, say Wisconsin, and I did, and he laughs. He goes, now say Castle. Okay, Wisconsin, Castle. What else do you want? Coffee. Come on.
So, Jenna, can I ask you something?
Jason, it's called none
I wanted to ask Jenna
none
something.
judge.
Say yeah.
Jenna,
say none,
Jenna,
say none.
can I ask you something? Jenna,
Jenna.
Are you going to be doing any true crime, or
that is what I'm doing this morning.
are you really?
I'm actually
so
yeah.
glad.
A couple of true crimes, but actually, I'm going live because the Fort Hood soldier, I've been covering that case forever. And some new developments came out yesterday and a couple of days ago. So I am going live at 9:00 to talk about the new developments on that.
Okay.
Cool.
9 Eastern Central.
Is
Yeah, it's 8:00 right now, my time. So
Okay.
in an hour. Okay,
Yeah.
so in an hour, I'll go off because I want to.
And we'll come over there and we'll raid you.
We'll come over there.
There you go.
I'll bring everybody over there.
Rhonda said she lasted 2 weeks in her Patreon.
We were in there longer than that, Rhonda.
Rhonda.
Hi, Big Drippy. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Yeah, so everybody at 9:00, I guess 9:00 my time, 8:00 your time, or what time, gentlemen?
I'm Eastern, so it will be 9:00 my time. It's 8:00 now here.
Okay.
So in an hour.
You're ahead of me.
Okay.
Okay.
So in an hour, guys, we're going to go over and raid Jenna's channel.
Yes, because I saw something. I saw you say something about that on your live. And then when I got it this morning, of course, I turned on Fox News because, I don't know if y'all know the new thing that's come out.
What?
Be aware that just about everybody out there, news-wise, media-wise, including newspapers, is financed heavily by Google.
Oh, for sure.
Now think about this. If you have a complaint on YouTube and they tell you to go take it to Google, does it get solved?
No.
No.
All right.
Oh, no.
So I turned on my little Fox News, and my husband, just trust, he wants to see what the opposition has to say. So every once in a while I walk in the house and it's on CNN or God forbid, MSNBC. And I do now have a divorce attorney on speed dial, and I dared him.
I wanted to say something this morning too. I can't play anybody else's videos anymore because every time I do,
that's true.
I get a copyright infringement. Yesterday I played Persian Princess's video, and I got a copyright. Every time I do that, every time I play a song, even if it comes from YouTube, they strike me, or not strike me.
That's funny you mentioned that, Carla, because yesterday I got.
You did.
I heard that.
You did?
Time. Yes. Mm-hmm.
Really?
It was only a 2-minute and 20-second video. I was in my pool and I was just showing my pool.
It's the back.
Then I showed the ground, but my Wi-Fi was messing up. And all of a sudden I started getting messages from everybody going, "Where's your video? Where's your video? Where's your video?" And I'm like, I don't know. And one of my friends clicked on it and said that YouTube took it down. So I went into my email and somebody flagged me. So I disputed it.
Here's what you do, because that's not porn. You send an email back and say, "I'm disputing this," because they did that.
They did.
And I won.
Did they put it back up? Okay, yeah, because they did that to me one morning. I was saying hello and good morning to people, and they just flagged it just stopped. And then I got an email saying that I violated TOS. So I sent back, and they said, if you want to dispute it, I went, I disputed. All I was doing was saying good morning.
Yeah, we are, Jason.
But it was like 2 minutes or something.
Somebody else I know, my friend Darling Nikki, she literally said hi and took it right down. Happened 3 times in a row.
Wow.
Yeah, I know. It's happened to a few people.
Can you give me a little bit of the Fort Hood stuff, kind of just a brief preview, because I'm kind of lost. Because my Fort Hood went all the way back to the guy that shot everybody. Went in and So I know that there's something new that's happened, but I don't know quite, and I couldn't get it off of the
Thank
crawl at the
You
you.
have
bottom.
to, like, just the background, maybe.
I'll
Yeah.
give you a rough background.
Okay.
There has been soldiers that are all from Fort Hood that have gone missing. There's one,
What?
two,
What?
three, four soldiers that have gone missing from Fort Hood. They've
Oof.
declared 3 of them as AWOL, and then they have declared them as deserters.
Yeah,
Wow.
that's Fort Hood. Something's going
Right.
on with them.
And
Mhm.
now the other soldier,
That's
Vanessa Golan, went missing, and her family has been very active. She was actually at work at Fort Hood during COVID. She went on break at 1 o'clock in the afternoon and never was seen again, and is still missing.
Oh my
The
God.
fuck?
Prior to her
Wow.
going missing, she filed a sexual harassment suit.
There you go.
Oh.
There you
Uh-oh.
go. I
Yes.
said it. It's something with
Now,
them.
now there was this Gregory Morales that has been
Mhm.
missing over a year. He went missing in August of 2019.
Oh my
They
God.
had in him as a AWOL and a deserter. I had a tough time with that because he was about to graduate from the Army 4 days later after he went missing. 4 days. So there's no way he spent his 4 years and he would go AWOL 4 days before graduating.
Right.
Absolutely
Wow.
no.
Some tells
Wow.
me the bodies
Oh, this
are
sounds
right
very,
up there
very
out in
interesting. If
recovery.
you guys are interested in, well, we're gonna go over
Yeah.
there when
Oh,
Yeah.
I'm gonna be
Yeah,
living
'cause
up in
I was
there.
wa-
What you talking
yeah,
about?
I was
I just
Yeah.
got
watching
chills
that
when you were
on the
talking about that.
news.
That's creepy
Yeah,
as hell.
that is
Yeah.
creepy.
I
Very
think
creepy.
something to do with Fort Hood, and they're doing something with these bodies.
Interesting side note, just so y'all know.
Yeah.
Fort Hood is where it used to be called Brookhaven, Texas, and that's where my dad was born. So we he bought my mom. Wait, hold on. He bought my mom the most god awful two-tone pink Cadillac Seville one year, right? It looked like a pimp mobile. It was like for Christmas, she got nothing but like
It's a
the
Mary Kay
fuzzy.
car.
Oh, it was worse. No, it was
Really?
worse. It had like this, she called it plum interior. I was like, plum fucking ugly. But she got like the fuzzy dice to hang from her rear view. Everybody's giving her crap for Christmas, right? So he takes
was
us on
that?
this family reunion. They all go out to Brookhaven. All of the kids, there's 6 of them, my dad's brothers and sisters, and we all go out to Brookhaven, Texas. He is riding this thing roughshod out where they're doing like military maneuvers. I'm like, we're gonna die. We're in a fucking pink, two-tone pink Cadillac rolling up in this shit. He's like finding soldiers that are supposed to be out on like their survival missions, giving them all kinds of shit. Beef jerky, gum, cigarettes, lighters. I mean, he's loading them up. I'm like, they're supposed to be surviving. What are you doing? You were in the Army. Knock it off. Make them go survive. He's like, they need this shit. Trust me. Yeah, it was hysterical because they were trying to, like plot out where the house was. They're all arguing and shit. Oh god, it was a mess. But yeah, it used to be Brookhaven, Texas. Now it's Fort Hood. That's why every time I hear Fort Hood, I'm like, Fort Hood. Then it
Yeah.
was the crazy psychiatrist dude that mowed down the entire cafeteria just about. And now
What's
this.
going on over there?
Well, you got some high level cover up going on. It sounds like to me.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
and Vanessa's family, they wanted to keep it inside the military for the
Mhm.
investigation. They didn't want outsiders coming in. And
Cute.
Vanessa's family
Too
fought for
late
it.
now.
Yep, it's too late now, and I'm glad that
Yeah.
they did.
Yeah, because it was on the crawl this morning on Fox.
Carrie said, sounds suspicious. I was married for the first time to a sergeant major.
King's Own Scottish
King's Own,
Borders, and they were investigated in the 90s. Young men committing suicides. It all came out. I think I saw a movie like that once. Where they were on the
yeah, somebody's burying bodies around
and
there
bullying.
somewhere.
It's awful.
Yeah. I think they're trying to hush people. I think people are seeing things that they shouldn't be seeing, and they're ending up missing. But like the Gregory Morales, which I'll discuss today, his family, they wouldn't even give him a reward, nothing. They would not declare him missing. They declared him AWOL. The only time finally got a reward is when Vanessa went missing, and they linked Vanessa with him, and the military finally gave a reward for any information on him because he had just bought a car like 2 weeks prior to him missing, and not only is he missing, but his car was also missing.
Well, look, can't the higher ups like go over there and do some investigating and see what's going on? Because this is getting like now it's in the media and everywhere else. Why can't they step in?
You would think. It's hard. It's tough, because the military,
I know,
like
they're so tight.
one that went missing that I'm going to talk about again this morning. His family went to the police to have him listed as missing, and they couldn't because the military had him listed as AWOL. So because he was listed as AWOL in the military, they trump the regular civilians, so they would not declare him missing. They had to switch him to a deserter, and they wouldn't do it.
So because they said he's missing, what constitutes them as saying because he's not there? They said he went AWOL because he's not there.
Right. But instead of declaring him missing, they felt that he just took off. All of them as AWOL. All of them have been listed as AWOL instead of missing. Like Gregory Morales. He was about to graduate 4 days prior before he went missing. And instead of thinking something suspicious happened, they said, nope, he went AWOL. I'm sorry.
Wow,
if you military, you're not going to go missing 4 days before you graduate.
Absolutely.
Well, and then too, they're all listed as deserters or AWOL. That's what makes me think there's a huge cover-up.
Well, it is a cover-up. Absolutely.
Why would you do that?
Right.
That doesn't even make sense.
They do some digging, they're going to find some body somewhere. I'm serious. It's probably right there too.
Oh, you'll find out this morning. You'll find out this morning.
Well, you want to say it too? I can tell.
I do, but I
want to keep my mouth
her channel.
I'll keep my.
We're going to all go over there. We have to wait.
Oh,
Remy needs to do her rant though before we leave here.
What happened to Remy?
Hi, Captain.
She's right there. She's down there.
Said I'll be right
was she going to rant?
Yeah,
she needs to. Because this stuff needs to stop, man.
You can have your rant. We all
Why
need
cloning her. I feel so bad for her. Why?
Oh my God! And you can't defend yourself anymore.
Exactly.
And here's my thing. Here's my thing. People that have known Remy longer than me, who know that she would not say the things that this person or people are saying under a name created to look like her. And then they get on panels and they're like, "Stop Remy, you fucking bitch." Like yesterday, we'll just say. You need to stop it. You need to stop it. Yeah, go back to one.
Accounts went in probably go lightly, I believe, yesterday, and they ended up having to block them because that person came in as Remy saying off the wall stuff, and everybody knew it was the clone.
Yeah, but there's people that know that it's not the clone that are up on panels screaming at Remy as if it's Remy, and they damn well fucking know it's not her. And yeah, you know who I'm calling out, okay? And if you don't, like I said, go do your homework. Go connect these dots because I'm tired of it. It's got to stop. And they're bringing attention to it. You know, the best thing you can do to a troll is ignore them. Block them and ignore them and move on. But when you're on a panel, you know that this has been a problem. It's been an ongoing problem. And you start reaming out a person that you know it's not them. You fucking know it's not them. Ash274 is in all caps saying it's not them. Ash274 knows it's not her. She's been on every single channel saying this is not Remy. Ash is not going to lie for anybody. She is
really good at figuring out who trolls are and who aren't.
Exactly.
I have a couple of clones out there, and they say stuff like, "I'm going to make your life miserable." I would never do that. I don't go in chats and start shit. I don't. So if you see me saying, and I've said it on my channel, if you see me going in a chat and it looks like me and I'm saying off the wall shit, it's not me. But you can't check, you can't defend yourself against, you can't defend yourself on YouTube anymore because they fixed it so that you can't check someone's channel. And it's
but YouTube will strike you for putting up a 30-second freaking video or song.
In a bathing suit top.
Yeah.
Pornographic thing.
There is an app that you can get where you can check people's channels. It's called an extension on Google, and it's called my channel or my two channel or something, and it's an extension. And I did, and at first you would click on it, and like I would click on a name and it would come up another name. It wasn't working really well. But I was actually talking to Ask 274 yesterday in a chat, and it's actually gotten better where it has been spot on. When you click on it, it does go to the channel so you can verify. But
there you go, Remy.
You have to add that extension. And it's on
Google.
Yep. You go to Google, you go to settings, then you click on extensions, and it will bring you in, and you go right YouTube channels, and the extension will come up. I'm almost positive it's my two channels or something like that, and you download that extension. And like now, when I'm on my computer, if somebody comes into my room, I can click and make sure that they are who they say they are. But you have to do the extension. I don't know if it works on
just get the extension on your computer, and you can use it too on your YouTube desktop.
Yeah. See, I don't know if it works on the phone though. I don't think you can get the extension
I'm
on
looking on my phone and I don't see it. I don't see anything on
No.
I think you can only do it from your laptop or your what is it, Kindle or anything like that, iPad, stuff like that. But I don't think it works for your phone.
Yeah, I don't see it. I'm gonna check though and see. Oh my God, there's always something like it's just so. Hi, Marie. How are you today?
And there's, here's the thing: people are specifically doing this to target specific people.
Yeah.
And I've got 4 names written down that I know for a fact they're doing it to. And these are lovely people who would not do the things that these trolls are doing. It's very obvious. What I'm having an issue with now, why I'm so pissed off this morning, is there are specific people who are on panels and have a voice that you can hear that are losing their shit over people that they know it's not them. They know them, but they're going to act like it is. So I'm calling you out this morning, and you know who you are, okay? I'm calling you out because it makes me real suspect over maybe you know who these trolls are.
I got an email today saying that Marsha's join thing was canceled or paused or something.
Really? Because so
didn't that happen to Tracy?
Yes.
Yeah, the same thing that happened to Tracy.
Tracy's still fighting it. She has appealed it. She's done everything, every which way. And YouTube is saying they can't help her because it's not a YouTube thing. And the membership place is saying they can't help her. It's a YouTube thing.
There we go. Right hand, left hand. Here we go.
Yep.
Boy.
So no place wants to take, say it's their responsibility. Right.
Okay, YouTube, y'all keep your shit up because everybody's going to go get a Patreon because they pay people. So you know what? Y'all don't want to pay people. And you know what? There's other outlets we could go to, I'm sure, that are similar to YouTube.
Yeah, there is. And
we can take our business there. So, whatever.
I knew of one. I can't say it right now because I don't have it, but there is one.
Yeah, I mean, it's just this ridiculous. I mean, you're not willing to you tell people they're monetized and you take away their monetization over comments under a video.
Or a song.
Or you're doing true crime, so you're going to say murder and rape or incest or the big keywords.
It's like I'm getting reported every time I do something. It sucks. I can't do anything.
Like the truth, hers was for being like somebody else's channel or playing music, like an intro. And Truth
she doesn't have one,
and she doesn't copy anybody. Hers. And that is what they ended hers for. I don't know what they ended Marsha's for, but that was the reason they ended Truth.
Wow.
Well, I don't want it because I just think it's a pain in the ass.
Right.
Oh, it's like you can only join so many channels, okay? So, like, I've joined the channels that I'm going to join. I'm not going to, like, keep joining channel after channel after channel. It's going to cost too much. I might as well join a Patreon. You know what I mean?
Welcome
But,
back, Joanne.
Welcome back, JoJo.
but
JoJo.
I don't have any.
Right. Remy, truth intro she said was, can y'all hear me? Can y'all hear me? That's her intro.
Can you hear me now?
How you doing? Can you hear me? Exactly.
Yeah, but
That was so funny.
there's no reason they should have taken her monetization.
No,
That was
that's
so
bullshit.
wrong. It was
I
wrong.
feel bad because it takes forever to get monetized. You work really hard to get to your 1,000 subs and your watch hours, and then you have to wait so long. I mean, Smokey Pete fought with them for what, 3 months to try to get his monetization, and they get it, and they get it taken away for something that isn't even
Stupid.
Yep. It's so unfair. And then they can't answer it.
I think once you guys are monetized, they should give you some special privileges.
Well, they give you perks, but I mean, you can either accept them or not. Like I had the option to click on that join thing, but if I did that, I would feel obligated to do special, like, you know what I mean? And I'm so lazy. So lazy. Like if I had a true crime channel, or if I had, you know what I mean? Like how I was doing videos like you all are doing, I would maybe do that, but I'm just having coffee in the morning. It's like no big deal for me.
Oh, and let me just say this too, Jenna, and you know this. I've heard until I want to puke. You can't make any money in true crime. Really? Ask Stephanie Harlow, who I'm sure the last I checked the other day, she's got 920 patrons, and her Patreon is not $50.
And
I think her highest is 15.
She does zero drama. That woman is amazing what she does. She really
She's a professional, straight up professional.
That is like a channel, because I binge watched her. She is so professional. She's young, she's beautiful, and she does true crime. There's no drama. She doesn't even entertain it.
No.
And she does her homework.
She does. And let me tell you, I've never seen anybody more active with her actual patrons. She's constantly seeking feedback, constantly. She's awesome. I absolutely love her. She's also sponsored heavily by really good sponsors. So yeah, you can make a lot of money. I mean, hey, Larry, do the math. Do the math. 920 patrons at, let's just say, $10 a pop. Wow. I know you wish you had that income, huh?
Thank you.
You have to decide what your channel is about. If you're going to do true crime, you can't be running off and screaming and yelling at people every stream. You have to do your research. You have to do your true crime, because that's what draws people to you. And
and you don't go live stream court TV and talk about who's taking it up the ass.
Right.
Well, and make sure your facts are straight. Make sure you know what you're talking about when you go live.
Right. And it's fun to go live. You can have fun streams too. But I mean, if you're going to do a true, hi Pixie, how are you this morning? But if you're going to do true crime, like, make it interesting for your audience. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I want to follow people, because I am into true crime ever since Casey Anthony trial. I am into true crime. I am interested in that. I watch ID, investigation ID, and I like channels that do that with no drama.
Dad with the sofa is good too.
Yes,
I don't like to hear about
it. It really is. You really have to research. You really have to.
Yeah, you do.
Because you want to put out good content. You want to put out facts. It's not easy. I mean, drama, it's easy. You can just fire up a live and talk, but it's a lot of work. It really is.
And you have to have, and maybe it's not going to be tomorrow, but you're going to draw people in if you're doing your research and people are interested. And you don't have to do the cases that everybody else is doing. You can do cases that nobody's heard of. Like, you're doing this one. Like, I've never heard of it, but I'm interested in seeing
what. I'm all in now.
So,
me too.
Jennings 8. I don't know if you guys know about that one. That's in Louisiana. 8 women that were they worked on the streets. They were worked on the streets, but they were also police informants all 8 of them, and they've all been killed. In their case, is still unsolved to this day.
Thank God
It's
I
all
escaped it. I got
behind
off the streets before they got me. For anybody smart ass out there that's going to say, see, she's from Louisiana. She's a hooker. Clearly. Of course I am. My husband's grateful for the
Dixie
experience.
says your intro shouldn't be a song that says I give 0 fucks.
Right. Listen, you want to hear, here's the saddest story. It's Sad Story Tuesday. Here's mine. I came to YouTube and jumped square in the middle of the porch and the ship. That's the first place I went to. Then I ended up over at MFW's, and then wanting to go to true crime, I discovered Laura. PTSD has a whole new meaning for me. Okay, I'm just saying. I'm just saying.
I don't think the whole time I was in her Patreon that I ever got anything as far as true crime out of her, except that one time she did that court thing and she said, I wonder if she takes it up the ass. Like
repeatedly. She didn't just say it once. It was like, I had to literally leave the live.
She kept saying, this is so boring. This is so boring. She made it boring. She
well,
did.
this is
the channel you said you need to research. What? I missed it, Babe Beauty.
This is the thing most people don't know. When I first started following Laura was doing true crime. She was really good at true crime. Well, the reason why she was so good at true crime is because she was not doing the legwork.
No, she didn't. She had everybody else doing research.
She had a Patreon doing her legwork. So when she would get off work, this Patreon would have everything written out for her and all the things. So basically, she would just email her a whole packet and Laura would read off that packet. Well, ever since that Patreon left, you can see the difference from when the Patreon was there when she did true crime to now. Now she gets it wrong. Everything's boring. She half-asses it. Sorry for my language. You know, it's night and day because it just shows that she didn't do the work when she was.
You gotta read
that's kind of
True Helper.
It's kind of evident.
Read what True Helper just said.
What did my honey just say? Where's my husband? Hold on.
Hello and good morning, y'all.
Hello and good morning, y'all. Here's a little known secret, and I'm sorry, Misdemeanor, but I was her pimp.
He was. Okay, it's out. Okay, so y'all can quit researching me. True Helper, and I did have a secret affair with him on the side. No, I did not get the herpes or scabies from him. It had to be somebody else. I'm sure. I don't have either. But go ahead. You know, use it for your content. So anyway, let me tell you, I did go back.
I actually joined her for true crime, and I did not get true crime.
Well, I'm an idiot. This is why I'm so heavy on y'all. Please do your homework, because I've not, on occasion, done my homework, and so I join people who I think are something that they're not, because I hear stuff like, oh, she was so fabulous at this. Well, guess what? She wasn't, because I went back. Now that I've been gone, I thought, just, you know what? Show how big a dumbass you are, okay? So I go back and I look at the beginnings of the true crime that she was doing. And let me just tell you, whoever was doing her research for her, I'm sure was amazing, but she didn't bother to read it. And it would go from a few facts to, this DA is you fucking piece of shit. And it would go into her, diatribe of obscenities that she would just let flow. And I'm like,
and when she disagreed with someone,
it's never any it's never been any different. And she sucked back then and she sucks now. And she will always suck because she won't listen to anyone.
You have to be willing to listen, because we're all human. Sometimes we're wrong. So
dude, I make mistakes daily. Are you kidding me?
And listen to other people's opinions. That makes a difference, because your subs are going to appreciate if you're into true crime and they have an opinion. You should ask them, what do you think? You know what I mean? She doesn't. If you disagree with her, with
her, Captain Obvious, right?
She'll make you feel like a piece of crap.
Yeah, and she's got her own echo chamber in her own head. It's like she doesn't even reach her echo chamber out.
Oh, okay, Babe Beauty.
Yeah. And that's sad.
Yeah,
because a lot of us really did want true crime. So
you know what? A lot of us wanted her to succeed. A lot of us put a lot of energy into her being better. And
yes, we did. We had many fights and arguments, and we wanted the best for her. You know, I still do, even though I left, you know, even though I'm not, you know, I think what she does to people and how she treats people are vicious and horrible. But you know, I'm one of those people that wants the best for everybody.
Exactly.
You know, just do better. Like, seriously, have some compassion. Give a shit about other people's feelings and the way they think, and stop being about you.
She hits below the belt. She goes for looks. She goes for, you know, I mean, it's just stupid. She's like a teenager. Sometimes she acts worse than a teenager. I mean, come on.
Yeah. Just like because she's mad at me because I've been there the longest. Out of all the people that ever left, I was the one that was there the longest. I was the one that was in the most secret chats. I was the one that ran her Discord. Like, I know and she don't like it, but she has nothing to come back at me for because there's nothing I did.
Nothing there.
So
Jenna, it was so funny last night. I clicked on your live, and I'm like, and my two friends, my two vault friends, you know, that you can say anything to, and it's never, I don't care if you piss them off, it's not going anywhere. I'm like, oh my God, that's who that is. I had no idea you were who you were. And I was like, and this was after I had commented under your live.
Oh my God, is that her?
I said, I'm doing a happy dance. You have no idea. I said, one person.
I was around when you were around. I was Aries, and then I switched from Aries to Jenna.
And I went into this. Aries? I said, that's Aries. She goes, I think so. It sounds like her. And I go, oh my God. I said, you have no idea. She's the first person that came to me and said, are you Susie Q? And I said, yeah. I changed my name to go true crime-ish, you know, more than, you know, a juvenile, you know, I don't know, pedophile fodder. I don't know, whatever. Susie Q, what the fuck? But, and she never said any other thing about it. Not one word. It wasn't a dox. It wasn't anything like that. It was just, do I know you? Are you this person? And it was, And I said, you have no idea how happy I am. I'm doing a happy dance in my freaking kitchen.
But so now, like I said, she runs around and says my name. She don't even use my YouTube name. She's using my real name. Nobody would know my real name. Nobody.
No, that's how she fights. She fights dirty.
She does. She does.
But don't you dare say Laura Keck. Oh, don't you dare.
But it's okay for her. You know what really disappoints me is like the side chat. I mean, you know, we were friends with a lot of the people in there, and they just turn on you because you're not with her anymore. Like
because they have to. Because if they don't, they're going to catch the wrath.
Oh, and here's the thing, Jenna Moon. I want to clear this up too. Did she or did she not, when I started my channel, say, why should we support you? Well, when I was starting to let Ash 274 and Hello Starlight, did she or did she not say, why should we support you if you let people in your chat that are actively trying to take me down?
Absolutely. That's exactly word for word what she said to you. She was not happy that you were trying to be, you know, they never did anything to you because that is what you did there. They never did anything to me, Laura. So I want to give them a chance. You know, I want to get to know people. That's how I run. You know, you're not going to run a channel if you segregate, you know, only Laura's people can come in here. You're never going to get anywhere with your channel. And she didn't like it. She doesn't like it. And that's why when we left, there's great people in her Patreon, people that I've never done anything to. They've never done anything to me. We used to talk every single day. Now they won't even look in my direction because they know if they get caught talking to me, and how childish is it that we're all adults and they have to be worried.
Hi, Diane.
Paying her. Even though they're paying her, they have to worry where they speak and what they say because she'll do a 911 Patreon call to ream your ass out.
Oh God. Remember that call where
I have to ask you this one, Jenna. So the day that you came in, the messenger thing, and said, okay, everybody out. We're closing this. Go to voice chat, right? So we all
Yep.
go in there, and she starts her shit with, I never said, and I jumped up and said, you gaslighting bitch. You're not fucking. Did you laugh privately? I'm just curious.
I did because I knew that person that made that chat asked Laura if she could make that chat.
Yes,
and
ma'am.
Laura gave her permission to make that chat.
Yes, ma'am.
Then Laura wants to run back and say, you never asked.
Y'all went behind my back, you sneaky bitches. What are y'all up to? La, la, la. And I'm like, you fucking gaslighting bitch. Are you kidding me right now?
Because
and then she goes and tells everybody, oh, and there's one person, and I need to talk to this person so bad, that came to me and said, said in a live, well, Misdemeanor only left because she couldn't have her own private chat. That's a goddamn lie.
Okay, that's the reason why you left. She said because of that chat being knocked down, you know what chat I'm talking about. I don't want to talk a person that
the
made
most boring chat ever. The most boring. Yeah.
There was nothing going on in there other than friendships and just
Thanks, Carrie.
Oh my, she was pissed off. And I didn't know anything about it at the time because I was new and nobody knew me, and I understood that. But she made it sound to me like it was like this super, horrible thing you guys were doing. And I'm like, well, how come I wasn't invited? You know what I mean? Like, I didn't understand the whole thing. And then she goes, well, people are going to find out, and blah, blah, blah. And she was screaming.
Find out what?
I have no idea. Like, I wasn't in that chat. So I don't know what she's talking about.
She don't want her Patreons to become friends.
She doesn't. She wants everybody to suspect Did you feel like that the mole situation back in the day was all contrived, and it was specifically designed to keep people off center and to keep people from talking to each other and suspect each other?
Absolutely. For people not to trust people, because that was her biggest thing. She would be, you're here to support me, not each other.
We're paying you, so you're working for us, but we have to do what you say. That's how I felt at the end. If we're paying you, so really she's working for you, because if you're paying someone, they work for you. But it turned around that we're paying her, so she can tell us what to freaking do all day.
Exactly, Pixie. Pixie, come up here. Pixie, come up here.
Pixie.
Larry is the bowl.
Larry, moly, Larry.
Oh my God.
And the person that made it is the sweetest person. Like, she adores Laura. And that's her choice, and there's nothing wrong with that. She would never do anything to hurt Laura.
No, nothing. And neither would anybody in that chat. We were all in there supporting, figuring out how to dig her out of the latest mess she'd gotten into. Well, I mean, how much more could you support a person? I mean, you're paying, she's wrong. You've begged her not to do shit. She goes out and does it. And you're in a messenger chat saying, how can we fix this for Laura? Jesus God, she's killing herself. What are we going to do?
Here's the thing with Laura. She didn't listen to her patrons, because remember when the whole misery thing came, she goes, does anybody have a problem with that? I said, yeah, I do. A few of us said that.
There was a lot of people.
And then she's like, she's defending this guy who is a piece of whatever. But, some of us had a problem, and she wouldn't even hear us out. It was her opinion, or it was her way or the highway, sort of. So I just always felt like my opinion didn't matter.
My channel, my Patreons, it's my way or no way. If you don't like it, leave. So we left.
But for all of y'all that are here that haven't seen my message under her video for Jenna Moon, please do not ever regret 1 second of what you went through. Good, bad, or ugly, doesn't matter, because it was meant to happen the way it happened. Every single one of us left the exact second we were meant to leave. I believe that there's no coincidences in life, that things happen because they're supposed to happen the way they happen.
Absolutely.
And I am so grateful to you, Pixie, Puss in Boots. The list goes on and on and on of people that I grew to love because of that bond that we all shared in that Patreon and beyond that. So please don't ever regret that. And I know you don't regret that for the friendships, but don't ever feel bad. It's life. Life happens.
The chain of link is growing for friendships. Yeah,
It is. It
It
is.
is.
it's growing.
Pixie's
She's gonna
here.
see.
Pixies are here.
Hi,
Everybody,
Pixie. Hi.
Hi.
Pixie, I
Pixie.
love you,
How
Pixie.
are you, Pixie?
I'm
stop.
good. How are you?
She
I'm
was a member of the
good.
Boring Bitches Committee over in that chat. And we were
Aw.
That's
boring as
why I
hell.
was never in that chat because it was too boring.
It was
for me.
boring.
But you
It
know what?
was.
Pixie.
For us that weren't in that chat, we felt there was something freaking. She made it seem like there was something like.
Oh no, there were
serious.
better chats than that. Trust me.
Dude, it was a
Oh,
yawn
I'm sure
fest.
there were. I'm sure there were. I'm sure there were. She just
Jenna
didn't want
came
Yeah,
in
the
like
one.
a wrecking ball. Everybody,
Yeah.
shut this chat down.
Oh
I was like,
gosh.
oh shit, she's mad.
Yeah.
Wow.
No,
Yes,
I knew
sir.
immediately that Laura was screaming at her, so she had to go do what she did. I knew.
Exactly.
I was like, poor thing. Poor Aries. God love her.
I
Yeah.
know.
You got the worst boss in the world on this YouTube thing.
I do find it hilarious though how I'm like lately, especially lately, people are saying, I'm not gonna say names, but there's been a couple people. I find it funny how, you were the one trying to find the mole and you spent days on it and this and that, yet you hold a wrench in her chat. And I think that's hilarious. I truly do.
That's cute, isn't it?
It is.
And
It is.
the whole
Pixie,
thing
You
about,
laugh.
and I don't know if you've heard of
Pixie.
Jenna or Pixie, but the thing is now everybody's like screaming at me, well, name names. Listen, because if I do that, then I'm no better than anybody else out on YouTube,
Yep.
pointing fingers and naming names. You go find out for you. You can
Yeah,
sit
they
in
know
these
who they
chats
are.
and watch
You
and
know.
listen. Connect the dots, learn it for yourself, because if you don't, and I'm teaching you, then I'm just spoon feeding. I'm not doing it. I had to do
Yeah.
it for myself, and it was not fun. And I've learned a lot of things I never wanted to learn. But no, I'm not going to let anybody come tell me anything anymore, because I've had that route. And it's so damaging to sit and listen to somebody else tell you this person does this and that person does that. And you believe it. And I may be lying to you. So go find out for yourself.
Right. And I just find it funny how, you were after trying to figure out who the mole was and this and that. Just like I've told Tracy, I said, when kind of like a month after we left, I said, unblock everybody.
Right.
Unblock. And she's like, well, no, Kiki wants to use my tongue as a slip and slide. And this,
Oh God.
and I go, listen, each person, I sat there, I go, tell me, how did you and this person, where did your issues come from? Okay, well, before that, oh yeah, oh, well, Laura,
Right.
okay, it all leads back to Laura. Do you
Jesus.
think I'm not gonna be friends with Carla because she was like, I think it's hilarious. She was a mole. Like, she wasn't even a mole. She let somebody listen in on a conversation.
Oh, and who asked her? Who asked her to listen into that conversation? There's a thought.
Exactly. I mean,
yeah, she's okay with the other person.
Pixie and Jenna.
Yeah.
Jason says, "Have you ever heard of Russell Crowe?"
What about Russell Crowe?
Jason Pixie wants to ask Pixie and Jen if they ever heard of Russell Crowe. I think I know where this is going. So.
Oh God.
Yeah.
What?
Because I know Russell Crowe because I took pictures with him. He's telling everybody that's my boyfriend.
Is he doxing you? He's doxing that you're actually married to Russell Crowe?
Yes, he is.
Jason, stop it. You're gonna listen. I will take your Aussie girlfriend pre-done marriage away to behave.
Oh, there you go.
Jason's like,
it's done.
He's so funny. I love him.
Yeah, so I don't regret being in Laura's Patreon only because I met some amazing women, and I'm glad that a lot of them are coming in here again. But Pixie, can Pixie hear me?
Yeah.
I was the mole.
Mole.
Come in here one day, Carla.
No.
I want you to say one thing. I want you to say you were the mole.
I even messaged Tracy before I came in here. I go, Tracy, I'm going into Carla's, and I just want her to say, Pixie, I was the mole. And I said, and I'm over it. And I did.
Yeah.
And
But
I
you
was
know
like,
what?
I'm
Okay,
sorry.
you gotta remember, I was scared of Laura. I really was. I
Well,
was.
hey, and no offense, you were afraid of, I think, you were maybe intimidated by the person who asked you to do that, maybe
Mhm.
at that time.
Mhm.
So, and who cares? Don't
Well,
talk
here it
shit, I
was.
guess,
Two phone calls. It was two phone calls, and they were maybe 5 minutes and 2 minutes each, because the second one was boring.
So Jason
I know,
says,
But I
Jason. I'm
never
I'm
working on it.
curious. Did I
yeah,
say
okay, you
anything
see
on
it?
those calls?
I have never recorded a phone call. I have never played a phone call.
Wants to know if Pixie and Jenna ever scuba dived.
And she's like out on her panel. That's what I don't understand about her outrage, because she does
Yeah.
it on her panel. She shows private messages, and she shows, she plays private phone calls. So I don't get it.
Hey, look, when
Jeez.
she was showing your stuff, the Discord or
Yeah, she didn't
Discord
mind
viewers,
that.
With the Jen stuff?
yeah.
Life
And
with Jen stuff.
I heard, that there was somebody I heard that she had a few moles in there. And I just thought to myself, I wanted to message you or something, because I didn't know for sure, but I thought, Carla, just hold off, just wait, because it's karma. Karma's gonna get her right back.
Yep.
And it did.
Yep. It's already
Within
happening.
weeks.
She goes,
It's
it's
already happening.
vile. It's vile. They took my treat. It's so vile. But it wasn't vile when she was asking Life with Jen for dirt
Captain
on
Obvious,
me.
he's making
was
fun of me
playing
because I
my-
said
She was
Wisconsin.
playing my.
Ex-
Can you hear me?
Yeah. She
Okay.
sent Mandy and wait, who did she send? Two people. Jenna, who did she send? She sent two people in there, or two people to do that job, to try and get
she
in.
played it, and she said it was. But when it happened to her, it's vile. It's horrible. It's vile.
Yep.
She had no problem playing my private stuff. And
And can we
And
see?
that's
Can
what
we
I
just? Can we
thought the
talk about what
entire
was
time.
released? Can we talk about what was released from that? Initials of individuals that I won't mess with. Me.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
And 3 specific things that I want to have happen. However, that will affect her. And notice, everything got quiet. That's what came out of that, Laura. The bullshit that you do and how you treat people. But okay. And if you get your little buddies to go and manipulate things and move words around and make it look different, people know.
Because if you go back and look at the text messages that were released from that Discord, it goes from May. I think we were in that Discord for no more than 2 weeks. It went from May. The dates are all
Jumbled. They're
May
rearranged.
15th,
Yeah.
May 24th, to May 17th. They took and they cherry picked.
Hey,
well,
and listen,
when
you
you
guys,
get people that are heavily
always
medicated to do your shit, sometimes they make mistakes and leave the actual time
Sweet Wee
stamp
wants
up.
to know if Pixie and Jenna like Heidi.
What?
She said, "Do Pixie and Jenna like Heidi?"
That's not.
Look.
true.
I can't. I don't personally know Heidi. Okay, I remember Heidi white knighting for everybody that Laura, would put down before, and now I can't stand by anybody who can white knight for somebody the way. I would watch Heidi. I would watch Heidi. But you can't, you have to be your own person. You can't just sit up there white knighting for somebody when you know damn well they're wrong. They're wrong.
Thank you,
they're
Captain
wrong.
Obvious.
And that's just what I don't agree with. Jenna, don't stay quiet.
Jenna, don't stay quiet.
Jenna's not here. Jenna jumped off.
Jenna fell.
Oh, okay.
I think she's fixing to start her live, and we're going to go raid her.
Hi, Gingerlocks, Mom.
Hey, Gingerlocks.
Hey, Gingerlocks.
Hi, Gingerlocks.
But here's the thing, just and I love you too. Oh my gosh, I love Sweet Wheat. Like I've said before, I get wanting to ask questions like that, but seriously, do your homework. Just go and watch.
Yeah, it
who,
doesn't affect me. I'll answer. I
right.
don't care. I'll tell you, and I don't think, I'm sorry, I don't think it's right. I think she's kind of mind warped. That's all. I truly
Here's
do.
my thing. I don't just listen to the creator. I watch the side chat.
Yep.
I watch the side chat because
Watch the
sometimes
panel
they are
guests.
worse. They are more brutal than the actual, if that's possible
Mhm.
in certain creators' lives. But sometimes the side chat is what hurts me the most because these are people I really liked. These are people I used to, talk to.
And these people that are white knighting for her, I'm sorry, no offense, but all the people she has over there now, other than maybe 3 people, they're all brand new to this. Okay, they're brand
They're
new
brand
to
new.
this.
They don't know. So
They don't.
This whole trying to get me like busted for whatever she was trying to get me busted blew up in her face when it was her own mod that was in Discord. We were kicked out of that Discord, by the way. And,
yeah, we didn't leave it. We were kicked out.
Yeah, we were kicked out. We didn't.
Whenever they thought they had something that they didn't have,
yeah,
we got booted out.
Yeah.
Okay, so she's going live. Do we want to run over? Just asking.
Well, she said it's scheduled for 9:30.
Okay, good. Okay.
We got another half hour, and then we'll go over. As soon as she's live, we'll go over there.
Because that's important. We've talked about this, my vault group. Important to support really good creators and good people.
Yeah, absolutely.
And that's what we've kind of planned, like raids on different chats, where if we see people going live or they come here and mention going live at a certain time, then we want to run to them and go and support them.
Support them, yeah. Because
so it's kind of like bar hopping. With or without alcohol, you don't have to admit to anything. Drinking at 9 o'clock in the morning.
And you know what
says? Well, I don't like her, but I feel
so
Laura went to sit down suddenly. She would break H's neck.
I am so happy that a lot of Laura's ex-Patreons come in here now, like Tawanda comes in here, Pixie comes in here, the Truth even comes in
Carla,
here.
I never stopped coming in here. There was a point where I didn't talk or chat, but I've always liked you. You know that. Even back, when you were in there, I messaged you all the time. I always liked you.
Yeah.
Now, did curiosity kill the cat, and did I figure out that you are the mole? Because that's just who I am. Yeah.
Moly.
It drove me crazy, but I don't care.
I did not want Laura coming after. I saw what she did to other people. I was terrified of her. To be honest with you, I was terrified. I did not want her coming after me like I've seen her go after other people.
Yeah. But don't be scared of people.
In here. Well, I'm not anymore. I say my piece. I say what I have to say. I'm not.
Yeah.
She does not intimidate me. I think she's a hypocrite. And I will stand by that because, when you go and say it's vile to do something to you that you have done to other people, that's being a hypocrite to me. Hypocrisy.
Look, I could sit up here for hours and just that is one of the number one things that it just drives me absolutely crazy. How if you go back and listen to her lives, I mean, just even like the last 3, when you know the truth and you hear what she's saying, it's the total opposite of the truth.
Yes.
I mean, just something so small like Hello Starlight is is a member. No, she's not, but you're a member of MGLs. Like, stop. Like just small stuff like that. But it's like big stuff too. I can't with that. And the way she can treat people, who were her friends, she wants to do 10 lives and, say Tracy's name, Tawanda's name, run Tawanda's name through the mud and Tracy.
Oh my God.
And I can't deal with that. Those are like 2 of my closest people.
And I don't know. Hard for her. I just never thought that she could turn on them like she has turned on them. Like, honestly.
And it's lies, the stuff that she says about them.
If she turns on people, she can turn on everybody.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Well, I mean, she
Listen.
says Patreons come and go, friends come and go.
Yeah,
That's
you go.
how she looks at it.
Listen.
You know what?
If you're getting hugged by Laura, it's only so she can pick out the appropriate spot to shove the knife in your back.
Yeah, that's right.
Just saying.
Yeah. And people that cut people down and tell them they're this and they're that, you're old, you're ugly. it's a reflection of what they're seeing about themselves. So
Yeah.
take it for what that's worth. Okay.
And she does go straight for the. Look what she does to Wendy. Look what she does to Diane. Look what she and she gets everything wrong. First of all, Laura, I'm not 70.
God.
She calls
Coming
me
from my hairy nipples, I
Listen,
don't care.
that's all. I don't care. People can look at it how they want, but that's all jealousy. Okay.
Yes, it is.
Carla,
Yes, it is.
and with you, because you go live at 8, 9 in the morning, and you get 200 people in here.
And
whatever.
That bothers her. Yeah.
And you cam up. You never haven't, and like people love you, and like they love coming in here, and that's just. She just does not.
But listen, she said,
like that.
I respect creators that cam up. Look what she does to creators.
Right, Remy?
She just trashed my looks. She trashed everything about me. Like, if that's respect, I don't want her respect. Seriously, because I cam up.
And how many times have we sat? How many times have we sat in this chat, different mornings, over a span of time, and said, Laura is absolutely beautiful without the makeup.
Yeah.
Without the jewelry, without the hair. She's beautiful. She is. She's naturally pretty.
I don't think so.
Yeah.
But all of it, well, that's because, we know the inside too, right?
Exactly. Like, I don't care how pretty you are on the outside.
No. But I mean, all the physical, how she does all the physical attacks on everyone else, Wendy and Carlin, and it just goes on and on. But it's like bringing that up, saying, this is insecurity. This is what this is. And you're insecure, so you attack other people. And that's not okay, ever, ever, ever. But just so you know, you really are pretty. Take all that other crap off. You don't need it. That's insecurity as well. When you go out and buy artificial shit to look different.
Humble yourself and be nice. Like,
there you go.
Just and apologize for, being wrong, and just be genuine. And, you would get so much more support.
She apologized to Randy the other day, and it did not.
That was not an apology.
It was the most insincere apology
How did
I
she
have
say
ever heard.
I don't even want anyone to say that was an apology, because that was
apologize so they leave me alone.
Well, I mean, if you've got almost 57,000 degrees from colleges, surely the words "I'm sorry" and "I shouldn't have done that" and "I'm a dickhead." Look them up.
Look, and it's not to just leave. And like when people say, like, because she just wants to be left alone. No, she doesn't.
No, she doesn't.
Absolutely
she wouldn't have
not.
content.
If she did, she wouldn't go live every day about, like I said, Tracy, Tawanda, Jenna now, everybody. It's like, here, let me just throw this in and see if, one of them will spark up a live. Well, after 7, 8, 9, 10 of them, we're going to spark, they're going to spark up a live. That's all there is to it.
Well, she talks about.
We'll come with facts and proofs and everything else. That's all it takes is 45 minutes to shut you down, but it takes you 10 lives to try to, say something about everybody else.
She changed her live to 10:30. Family friend.
Oh, okay, hon. Okay, sweetie. Well, we'll stay live till you go live, and then we'll go over there.
Hey, so news at my house.
Hi, Sabrina.
Misdemeanor household. The misdemeanor household probably by this afternoon will in fact have another dog.
What?
Oh my God! Yeah, that's beautiful.
Seriously? What kind?
Yeah, a husky.
My daughter has a husky.
Remy, can you post
They're very vocal.
Please?
They're very vocal.
Ems, you want to come up? Come on up, Ems.
Misdemeanor. You know who? Listen,
come on, Ems.
I gotta tell you something. When one day I went into like Discord voice or whatever, and Leo's wife was in there. Have you talked to her at all ever?
Yes.
I go.
Yeah, she's been on my.
It was her. Okay, yeah, it was her first. It was like her first week there, or whatever. And I'm like, is or I said, that's Susie Q. I don't care what anyone says. I thought I swore for ask all of them for a month that Leo, and I'm close to Leo's voice now too.
No, it's not. No, it's not. Listen, we had a beautiful live with her. It was beautiful.
I was so happy because I love both of you guys, but I swore it was you. It's
See,
just so funny.
those just prove what I just said before. When Aries came to me and she said, somebody's chat, I think it was Diana and Wendy's one night, and this is a busy chat, so people miss stuff, And she goes, Misdemeanor, are you Susie Q? And I said, yes, ma'am, I am. I changed my name because I really wanted to get away from a lot of the drama. And here I am in Diana and Wendy's. But I really love true crime. And so I figured go with a true crime name. No big deal. And she's like, okay, cool. And that was like way before you way before you messaged me and go, oh my God, is it you? And I'm like, well, good to move.
Ems. Hope
So
you
yeah.
feel better.
Yeah,
And I
I went
respected
into
her so much
Amanda
for that.
Lynn's. I went into Amanda Lynn's and I was like, Misdemeanor, I heard, you're Susie Q or whatever. And you're
Yeah.
like, yeah. I'm like, oh, I missed you.
I missed you guys too.
Didn't she boot you out?
No,
Or
ma'am.
did you leave?
I'm surprised y'all didn't see that in the super. Jenna probably did. I said, you know something? Yada, 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 whatever my complaint was. I don't even remember. There were several of them. And one of them was not being in a chat that I wasn't allowed to be in. Trust and believe. It was a lot of issues surrounding that. The fact that she lied about it. She tried to gaslight us on it. And then she turned around and said that the creator of that chat was a complete lunatic. And I'm like, you're telling me that you knew this, and this about this person. That's what you know. And you allowed her to set up that chat and all of us go in it. Who
And
is
you
the bad
remember
person here?
who started the chat, right?
Yes, I do. Yes, ma'am.
And you know what? She is she's a patron of Laura's. She left and she's back. But I'll tell you what, she's a good person. And
that's what I thought. But that's not what was being said in that voice chat that night. That was not what was, and she completely trashed her. And I was like, are you kidding me? Because not only do I not believe what you're saying about this person, you're making this shit up and you're making yourself look like a total asshat right now because you allowed her to set up this chat to begin with. So if she's everything you say that she is, what were you setting all of us up for is what I want to know.
She didn't like that we were getting that. Okay, first off, that chat, I've been in a lot of her chats or whatever. That chat, I'm not going to lie, it was the lamest, boringest chat ever.
We talked about our dogs and cats, for Christ's sake.
Oh,
exactly. God. So, and I know for a fact, by the person who made it, who left that same day you did, because she got yelled at, right?
Yeah.
That Laura 100% knew about that chat. But see, once people start getting too close to comfort for her, and she doesn't feel in control, that these friends, there's too many of a group of friends. Do you get what I'm saying? She doesn't like that. That's why she would always threaten to shut Discord down. Do you remember that? Like, I'm just going to shut the whole thing down.
The straw that broke the camel's back with me was the fact that she was willing to burn somebody who really cared about her. And I mean, seriously, in a big kind of real life way. And the statement out of her mouth that she made to me was like, I can't believe you're saying that. And I went to her and I said, I can't believe you're willing to do this. I cannot fucking believe it. And she goes, feel free to leave. And I went, don't think I won't. Bye. I mean, I'm not a big contributor, but I'm not giving. Listen, I spent 16 years giving everything I had to a man who was really a lot like Laura. I'm not doing it ever again. It's not happening. I really do homework on people. Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's when it starts getting like that. That's when even myself, you got to step back and be like,
it's fucking
YouTube.
Right.
What am I doing?
Exactly.
And you know what? Here's the thing. Do anything you want to me because I really don't care. My kids are grown. They don't live here. So, so you can't do the CPS shit. You want to swat me? Girl, I know every cop in this town. And not only that, the sheriff over in Louisiana, where I lived for nearly 20 years, I put him in that office. I've got a friend, very dear friend in Kansas City that works for the FBI. Come on, bring it. Okay, I don't have a fucking criminal record. I didn't have contempt of court when I went through my divorce. I didn't take a penny from that son of a bitch. I've not sat on my ass and let some man support me like you say that we do, us women who are privileged enough to have men who leave the house, go work for a living, bring home the bacon, and then lay us good every fucking night. Can you say the same thing? No, you cannot. So Go ahead. I'm done. My rant's over.
Hi, Bailey.
That was more of a purge than a rant. But whatever.
Mic drop.
And then these people have seen my husband on my YouTube.
Yeah, he's been on.
Yeah, he's really cute.
He's a little Steve McQueen looking thing riding
My
around in a
husband
thank
will
you
not
Mustang convertible.
Here, ever, ever, ever. He will never.
Oh,
show
he's
me.
thinking about making a
He's got a
name.
nice personality too. You know, that's what makes it even
Well,
better.
and you know, last night I was watching. Did you guys happen to watch Kiki last night at all?
No, I'm
No.
off YouTube.
Well, yeah, she I guess she did a live last night, and somebody sent her screenshots of Kiki, or of Laura putting Kiki's picture in her Discord when she was sick.
Wow.
When she was sick
Wow.
in the hospital.
Oh, she also put Ash 274's picture in Discord, because I remember one time I said,
"Oh, in Discord, I've seen
I
it in
said
mod
something
chat.
like, oh, I've never seen what Ash looks like, because I watched some of the lives that she was in, and she 2 seconds later she posted up her picture.
Well, that was stupid because Ash is beautiful. So whatever.
I think, yeah, she's beautiful. What was she trying to prove by posting her picture?
I love that woman like no other. Serious girl crush.
Yeah, I like Ash. She's so funny.
Oh,
and she used to make us think like Ash was the biggest liar, and Ash tells the truth, and she don't like it.
He's one of the ones that Laura had a problem with coming into my chat, and she was so witty. She would come out with things, and I would just laugh and laugh and laugh. And then when I had Molly on my panel, well, that was the end of the world.
Right.
I was the worst person ever. So yeah. I had people on my panel. Brian, I had Brian. Everybody hates Brian, so Brian was on my panel. Yeah, whatever.
You know what? I don't think that I'm kind of like, Brian's kind of like in a Donald Trump category with me. I think if I was hunted and pursued and hounded and dogged at the level that those two people are, I would lose my shit on a daily, which I kind of do, but it's very short-lived.
Yeah, you do.
Just kind of get it out there. And whatever, there it is. Deal with it.
I love that Brian and the Truth are on good terms right now.
You know what?
Me too.
And here's the thing with Brian and the Truth. It's so funny. It's actually kind of cute.
Serendipity.
Sarah, hi.
Sarah, hey, Sarah.
Sarah.
Hi, Bailey.
Her ears were burning because we were talking about her. Not talking anything bad, just that you come in here now.
But yeah, they're like brother and sister, and they're going to fight again. They're going to fight again.
Oh yeah, they will. But they actually, Brian cares about her because when she's going through
and she cares about him.
Yeah,
she does.
They're friends, that just go at each other.
Yeah,
dude, they've got a relationship longer than some marriages.
Really, seriously. But you can tell that they really care about each other, and that's what we say. They remind us of a brother and sister, even when they fight. Even when they fight, it's kind of entertaining when they fight.
Yeah, but it hurts.
They bring up stuff
because
from
they
years ago.
You're right, Misdemeanor. It does, because it's like, I get it. Because it hurts me even. I'm like, don't fight. Just stop, both of you, please.
Don't kiss and make up and let's move on. It's like,
but she tries.
Because they're both
really
wonderful people. They're both very wonderful people.
And I like the Truth, even though we had our little thing.
I love the Truth so much. She's my favorite person ever.
Yeah.
Tell her for me, if you would, Pixie, that I would love to talk to her privately. And it might take a minute. Schedule me in. And
I really think it's something that she lost her monetization, and I hope she wins that. I hope it's retroactive.
I too. I think June 26th, I think, is when she can reapply. So Friday, she can whatever that means. I don't know.
If anyone has her PayPal too, and you're a mod in here, you can feel free to post her link because, I know she struggles, and it sucks that they took that away from her because,
And
I didn't
my
deserve it.
Like even when people say like, oh well, I'll see comments on her thing like, oh well, I didn't really agree with some of the things she would say and stuff like that. It's like, I don't see how, like, she's like rough around the edges, but she loves more than anybody and cares
She
more
is
than like,
passionate.
she reminds me
Very
of my
passionate.
grandma. Like my grandma's not here no more, but that's why I like connected to her, because
Mhm.
she won't take any shit. She won't.
No.
But
She
she
suffers
will
no
like,
fools.
she will care and love and defend you. Like
Yeah.
when I
There's
had
my
to call
side
her
hustle.
She's fair. Hey,
when I had to
Smokey.
call her at 3
There's
in the
Hey,
morning that one
I
night.
tell you
I
what,
was
I tell you what to
terrified.
tell everybody to have a wonderful day. And
Hey,
You
side
too,
piece.
Smokey. We love you, Smokey.
love y'all's muches too.
Hi,
Hey, side piece.
Smokey.
What color Mustang you want, baby?
I want a black Mustang.
Okay. You want a
Ooh.
convertible or no?
My son
No
has a black
convertible.
one.
No
No
Okay, you want
convertible.
GT hardtop, right? GT hardtop?
GT. Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Okay,
Are
that's
you
my
on your
side
way to
piece.
work, Smokey?
I'm already here. I'm already sunburned, y'all. I've been outside for
Oh,
2
well,
hours
that's
and
because you were in the pool.
yeah, but it kind of went in. You know, like you know
Yes,
how you take a
Sarah, I
shower
got one
and
too.
it goes in. You know,
It was on hold.
this one didn't go in on one shower, so I was still sunburned. And now since I've been outside for an hour and a half, I'm back sunburned. I mean,
Is
two and
that
a half hours.
is that YouTube that does that, Sarah? Because she's talking about the email about Marsha White Sharkey, and her
Yeah.
membership is on hold. I guess it's YouTube that does that.
Hey,
Yeah.
Let
I
me
got
see the
monetized.
Really
email
bad.
I
Yeah.
got
You got what, baby?
for. I'm gonna check and see what the email said that I got for the truth. What it
Yeah.
said. Let
Yeah,
me
I
see.
wasn't a member there, so I didn't get one for her. But Marcia said just that it was revoked, or not revoked, but it was put on hold or paused or something.
Yeah.
I got
Yeah.
my
I got it too.
monetization come through. Go me.
Oh,
You go,
Yeah,
you
go
baby.
you.
Oh, I can't donate
Well,
to you. I got to buy you
I
a
know
vehicle.
that,
So
Smokey. I super
whatever.
chatted you. I
I
super
know.
chatted you a bunch of
And
times.
I'm thankful, Miss Carla. You had me dancing.
I know. I made him twerk. I said,
Yeah,
"There's for twerking." I think it was
yeah,
$10 to twerk.
You
yeah.
sound so cute, Miss Carla.
I bend
The
over to the
mental
front,
image.
touch my toes.
Yeah, and he did. He actually
Mhm.
did twerk. Hi,
Uh-huh.
Captain Obvious.
He
I get
twerks.
down.
When life gets down, when life
Mustang
gets you
money,
down,
honey.
kiss a pit bull. I'm just saying.
Do
Mm.
what
That's a fact.
Rhonda said. Mustang money, honey, for Smokey.
Mustang money,
Mustang
honey,
money,
for smoking.
honey.
That was what my Friday rant when I said no, it may have been yesterday, I think. When I said, just so you know, that Mustang convertible sitting in my driveway, they don't have no
Yeah.
oxidization on it.
Oh, I
Okay.
heard that.
Yeah, I bought that for my husband. Okay. And now he lets me stay at home. Not lets me, whatever.
You go
But I
hard
stay at
tonight.
home and he goes, and oh, all my vehicles of mine, all three of mine, paid for.
Pay
Okay.
ching
True
ching
helper.
ching ching.
No debt. Okay.
What's up, true helper?
Aren't you helper?
He's not. He was supposed to come up, but I haven't seen him. Grab the link.
Hey, Miss Pixie, has anybody told you you're beautiful today?
has anyone
They
told you that
should.
you're handsome today?
Oh, thank
He
you.
is very handsome.
Thank you.
A handsome man.
Feel the
He's
love.
a
Feel the love.
he's a
Yes, I
cutie
feel the love.
patootie.
I
He's
Ain't,
a
love
ain't
cutie
nothing better
cuties.
than a
patootie.
working man, huh?
Exactly.
He's a
Blue
working
collar.
man.
Work. You
We
gotta
love
work.
Smokey. Smokey's like one of the best people on YouTube. Like the
Oh,
most
I thank you, Miss
kindest.
Carla. I wouldn't know about. Sometimes I get hot, just like everybody else.
Well, everybody has their moments. I've had
I want
mine.
his
God
link.
knows
I
that.
personally never have
Stop him.
experienced that.
Oh no, you've
No,
never
not
gotten
you.
hot. No.
Mhm, mhm.
I be thinking of
Yeah.
different ways of how to say your name in funny ways, Misdemeanor.
Hey,
Like
Sabrina.
Do what, baby? What'd you say?
I try to think of different ways when I tag you in a chat or something to say your name
Uh-huh.
different. I try to break it up in like 4 syllables. Like the other day, I was like Miss M-E, new word A, new word D-A,
Mean.
M-E, U-N, A-H-A.
My husband, listen, y'all. My husband the other day, he goes, "Oh my God, they're talking about you." And because I had it, my speakers on, I was just listening, cleaning the kitchen, whatever. And I said, "What are you talking about?" He goes, "They said misdemeanor." I said, "They're talking about an actual crime. They're not talking about me." He goes, "Oh, okay." He's like, "Freaking out." I'm like, "You need to chill. Calm
See,
down,
I would be
mister.
too scared. Like I posted like a video to Randy on my page or whatever, but I'm too impulsive. I would just be sparking up lives, calling people out left and right, especially the one. I'm just too impulsive. That's
Well,
why
I do occasionally. I do
yeah.
occasionally. But it's usually pre-discussed in a very controlled environment before we let misdemeanor on. Just saying. Here's what you can do. Here's what you cannot do. Yes, ma'am. You're the boss. And she also has the ability to mute me, which she has done occasionally.
Sarah, I just want to tell Sarah that is the same email that I received for because I'm a member of Marsha's as well, and that is the same email I received for the truth. So that's not good.
That sucks.
Did y'all?
What?
I wonder what happened. Why are memberships like revoked like that? Like what? Or paused? Like what? I wonder what she did. Like
channel memberships and Marsha White Sharkey have been paused, and therefore your membership has been paused. We'll let you know when it starts up again and you resume your recurring payments.
But did they tell the creator that has that paused? Did they tell him how long it's paused for? Or
no, that means they lose their monetization. Like,
really?
Did she lose everything? Like she lost her like her super chat and everything?
I think so.
No, she still has her super chat, right?
Morning, Lanky LaDonna, Serendipity Top Cop.
She still has it. I
And
had to rejoin Marsha's. Well, I was a member of Marsha's, but I got an email this morning saying that they paused my membership.
Morning, Bailey. I love you.
Hi, Lanky Tour.
Hey, Billy.
We don't know, Rhonda. That's just the thing. It's just like really weird. It's like, why?
Yeah.
What's going on with this?
She doesn't really do, anything wrong. I've never seen her do anything.
I'm trying to find what the creator's email gets because I know I have
Is it maybe some of the true crime that she's been doing? Because I know certain. Okay.
Seriously, I think people mass flag.
I think YouTube is like messing up lately because they give me a freaking copyright strike
They give me a
every single time.
They break it off in my ass all the time.
Really?
Smokey, that's not YouTube. That's your butt plug. You're supposed to take it out on occasion. I'm just saying.
That's my infringements. Do you get copyright infringements? They actually
got like 160 copyright infringements. I got 160 of them.
Yeah, every time I play something like that's got any kind of music in it, even if it's not the whole song, they take it down.
Okay, let me tell you worst case scenario about that, Carla. So I had my little coming out party, where I was monetizing the super coming out party. So check this out. So I played a song and I slowed it down to like 0.65. All right, so it was up. I got a bunch of super chats, and then about a day and a half later, they copyright struck it, and I lost all my super chats, and they took the video down.
Oh
really?
Yeah, your boy be going through shit with YouTube.
That's why I'm not playing anybody else's videos anymore. I'm just like,
I wouldn't.
Too chicken.
That's what I
it's like,
damn.
Like I know, like if you want to share your link in here and on your own channel, but I'm not doing it anymore because I'm like chicken to get any more strikes or copyright things on my channel.
I got a ton of them. Listen, I'm talking about. I got probably no lie. I got at least 150 of them. At least.
Wow.
Now, Sabrina, can mass flagging cause that for you to lose all of that?
Yeah. Now I'm a rookie. I'm a little bit of a rookie, so I do know this. All my super chats where it says super chats, I saw them all come up, and I saw Lanky Tor tell me to touch my belly button and all that shit. But then whenever that got taken down, all those comments, all that money gave me, it was gone.
What the fuck?
I don't know if it's charged back to y'all or I don't know what.
Hey, Richard.
I'm a virgin,
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah, we know.
Well, there's that. Okay.
Yeah, there's that.
There's that.
I got some bridges here, and
I haven't got my yet.
if you're going to stand there and cry, I swear to God, we're not doing this all day.
You're
We're
getting
not.
love bombed in my chat, by the way, Smokey.
Dude,
Everybody's love bombing you. Everybody.
I love y'all so much.
Quit.
I can't see chat. When I love y'all so much too. Mwah, 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 mwah.
Sarah,
Smokey,
Sarah,
didn't you
Sarah,
get your monetization? Did it get taken away after that 24-hour live or no?
Good morning, Richard.
Yeah. Okay. So you know about that live I had.
Yes.
So yeah. So all right. They wrote me a letter and said, "Congratulations, Smokey P. You knocked the ballpark. I mean, you knocked the ball out of the ballpark, and you got your eye." Okay. So I applied for monetization, and then
Right.
boom. They didn't hit me back and say, "Congratulations, you got monetized." They hit me back and said, "Oops," and took 2,000 hours from me. So I had to start
Wow.
over
good
again.
Lord.
Yeah, yeah. That's why I say they knock me out. They be fucking me up, man.
Yeah,
And
really.
what I
That's
don't
why,
understand is if you go and look, there's no phone number to
no,
contact these sons of
No,
They do
bitches.
that on
Okay.
purpose.
no, you can't even send them. I tried to email them back and it came back. It said
It's
that
so
that
shitty.
email address
You got-
doesn't exist.
It's like a weird text message. Like you got to go to the frequently asked questions, and then they like, "Does that help you?" Hell no, that didn't help me.
Yeah, that's what I say too.
Well, I've heard
Yeah,
a
and
lot
yet
of
you
people
see
say
other
you
things.
got to get in contact with them like through Twitter.
Yes.
Right.
That's a plus there. Yeah, if you at them at Twitter and
Yeah.
you get a couple people to do it, sometimes that works like crazy.
I heard
Someone
the
said
vice
on if
president
you go
of
on Twitter, yeah, if you go on Twitter, they'll yeah. Wow.
That's exactly right.
Okay.
Yeah, if you go on Twitter.
Especially if you motivate the masses. You know,
Where's trolling Bailey?
Trolls
Hey,
wrong,
Bailey.
Cat. You won't get far.
Hey, who is this? Hold on one sec. Who is this person in here?
Who? What are you talking about? The one that said F shit.
Yeah.
FF. I don't know.
Their
180.
mods got it.
180 deleted.
I
Deleted.
love
it.
180.
Good
That's
job,
my
180.
homie.
Good job, 180.
Yeah, you got
I'm
it.
a good service dog for 180.
Listen,
Yeah.
let me tell y'all something funny. Okay, there's this comedian out there
Come on up,
who got
180.
he kept getting emails from this grocery store that was having a grand opening. I'll have to link it to you, Carla, so you can share it one day.
Okay.
But so he keeps getting these emails. Oh, come and join our grand. He's like, I don't know this place, and what is this? And I'm not. Why am I on your email list? You're just spamming me with emails about this. I didn't join anything. So he starts emailing them back. So he's going to order, like a bouncy balloon thing, that the kids can play in and order hors d'oeuvres and people can enjoy, and planning this whole big celebration open house party. And they're like, no, sir, no, we've got it under control. He says, no, listen, I have money. Let's do this. And starts planning this event because it's like pissed off him. He's great. So then at the end of the day, they're like, they start sending in these auto responses like,
Rapira. See it?
But he basically programmed his computer to auto response the auto responses, so that every time they would send him an auto response, they would. I want to do that to YouTube so damn bad. It's just like I would love to drive them crazy,
right?
Because they drive everybody else crazy,
right?
Well, since this pandemic, they really made things a little difficult on here. Just saying.
Yeah, I agree with that statement.
They have made it a little difficult. Like I can't even play. I'm scared to play a song on here anymore because
I'm telling you, they'll knock that ass. They'll fuck you.
Yeah, every single time. And then I decided, they said, if you want to fight it, just leave your video up. So I left it up. I went back to look at it. They took it down. They just took
that'll
it down.
be a big loss. A big L7.
Oh, Lanky Tor says, Carla, I have a gross joke. How do you circumcise a whale? Send down 4 skin divers.
Oh my God. Good one.
That's a good one. That was very good. Anybody else got some lame jokes? Anybody in the chat want to tell a joke?
Smokey, you got any jokes? Smokey, come on, you gotta have
Smokey's
jokes.
gotta have jokes.
Mine are a little more they're bad. They're like job site bunch of dudes.
That's all right.
Nah.
I know, Bailey, right? People are crazy. It's called a dork. A whale penis is called a dork.
Get out of here.
Whale pecker's called a dork. A whale pecker.
Wow.
Oh no!
got a
True
dork.
helpers up. True helpers here. True helper.
Hi,
True
True
helper.
Helper.
Hey, True Helper.
True helper got
Hey,
good
true
jokes.
helper.
Good damn morning,
Ooh,
America.
damn
sexiest
morning.
voice.
It's not
Listen,
just
Hey,
listen.
I got a joke for
Everybody, pay
everybody.
attention. If there's one voice that I hear that makes me wet, Larry, it's True Helper.
You're gonna get me in trouble.
You're saying
Oh
Just
my
I
gonna
got a
put that
God.
out there.
now, so I gotta
Hi,
be careful.
Daly.
got that. Oh, he's got that hard hat going on there.
Hey,
Yeah, I
I got
know.
a joke.
There's nothing
Uh-oh.
more sexy than a man in a hard hat.
Yep.
Yeah.
Smokey, you're getting
It
everybody
just-
turned on.
I just said,
Yeah.
hey, I just said a 140,000 watt generator is what I just did this morning.
Smokey, I
Nice.
have a bone to pick with you.
Hey, was that a
Uh-oh.
Generac system?
When are we
That
playing
sounded
that
pornographic.
game? Smokey, when
Yeah.
are we playing that game where you go to the Dollar General?
Yeah,
Man,
Carla,
you better
that-
schedule that.
I will. I promise I will. Like when I told you Sunday, I forgot
Yeah.
it was freaking Father's Day, and it
Uh-huh.
was just like,
Oh,
dang.
yeah.
And then I
Okay.
fell asleep that one day, and then yes, we can do it this weekend. No bullshit.
Okay. Okay. No joke. We're gonna wait for you.
You have witnesses, Carla. You
Yes,
have
yes,
witnesses.
we have let's see, 125 witnesses. We're doing that this weekend.
Yeah,
So.
that's what happens when you set it too. Like I'll put a notification out. Schedule it, and then you share it, will you? And then we'll get it
Yeah.
really lit up.
Yeah.
I
'cause
sure will.
I was.
Sure will.
Now, hey, y'all can't
Sure
do
will.
nothing to me that's gonna hurt me like for a long time. Now I'll eat some cinnamon.
No. And he has the right to refuse to do something that's not
Yeah.
Yeah, y'all
like
say crazy
eat,
Yeah.
underarm deodorant or something like
I
that.
ain't doing that. I'm gonna tell you,
No,
or
that's what I'm saying.
eat a
You have the
urinal
right
hot
to
club. I
refuse.
ain't doing that either.
You have the right to refuse. That's the rules.
Remy said, "Do the makeup challenge." Dollar store.
Yeah, we might do that. And he's going to go to the Dollar General and he's going to pick out some things that
Yeah,
the chat's going to vote on, and then he's going to go home and do the challenge.
Yeah, that sounds like a winner. So maybe
Yeah,
what I'll do is maybe I could come on your channel and y'all can send me to Walmart. I mean, Dollar General, and we'll do that there. And then when I get home, we'll switch over to mine.
Okay, we can raid. We can do a
Yeah.
raid.
I got
Can
one
we
better.
can we have
Smokey, you
True
got to go to the
Helper?
pet store.
Can we have him do the Neum the Taken guy, his voice?
What
Yeah,
happened?
True helper.
Yeah.
Listen, the AT&T guy just came back
Boy,
to get his raincoat. He left here yesterday, and I was like, "Don't you take my truck?" Because he was jacking with me about my truck. He wanted to steal it yesterday.
See that
Is
He
that
had my
what they're
truck.
calling those things? Raincoats?
Yeah, that's what they're calling him.
Yeah, we know.
He's so sweet.
Hey, if anybody deals with an asshole today, all you got to do is tell them a good old fashioned joke.
Tell
Yeah.
one.
Tell
You just
one.
ask them. You
yeah.
ask them.
True helper.
What?
Do you have a joke?
He got
Absolutely.
jokes.
All you do, anybody that gets ignorant with you, you say, "Hey, how do you keep an asshole in suspense?"
Then don't
I'll
answer
tell you
him.
later.
Yeah.
And it gets them every time. They get so mad they look like
No,
one of
tell
them
me. No, tell
SJW
me.
types
Yeah,
running
no, tell
around.
me. Or my
No, really,
brother
tell
would call
me.
me on the phone and he would talk to me. He goes, "Hey, what does it sound like when I do this?" And he'd hang up on me. I'm like, "You ass." You son of a bitch.
Hey, I got to tell
Demeanor,
y'all. I see y'all later.
misdemeanor's pat answer is, if you were on fire, I wouldn't
Piss on you to put you out.
There you
piss
go.
on you to put you out.
That's
That's right.
That's
When
right.
we're at that point in our relationship, you just need to walk away.
Yep.
I'm saying.
Walk away. Walk away. Hashtag.
Hashtag walk away. Hashtag don't fight, walk away.
That, by
Right.
the way, and I'm not peeing, I'm making coffee. Yesterday it was raining. Now I'm going to blame it on coffee. I'm kidding. I'm making coffee. But no, listen, that is one of Kelly Clarkson's best songs, Walk Away. Look at and watch the video.
Yeah, I
The
like
video
that
is
song.
freaking
Yeah, it is.
hysterical.
I like Kelly Clarkson.
I do too.
I do too.
She's
Did you
a
ever
trip.
listen to her song about her dad?
Yes.
That's so sad.
Oh, the first time I ever heard that song.
Wait, give it a minute. Laura will play it the next time she needs to cry. Hold on. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Wasn't she the original American Idol?
Yes, she was. She was the very first one.
Laura? Okay.
Her and Blackstock are getting a divorce. I cannot freaking believe it. I'm like, what the hell happened?
She's getting divorced?
Yes, or she is divorced. She married, yes, Reba McEntire.
Reba McEntire's stepson.
Yes, she was married to Narvel Blackstock. She and Reba and Narvel got a divorce.
What?
Oh,
Reba and Narvel have been divorced for a while.
No, Kelly and
Much
her
love,
son?
Smokey.
Yes.
Remember, do that investigation and we'll do that. We'll do that.
She seems
We'll
like
do that.
they were getting along so good.
I thought so. I don't know them personally. They've not invited me over for dinner. I think that's probably why they're divorced. If they would have brought me in, it would have been okay. But you know,
my God,
you cannot get people to listen. It's just sad.
Don't they have like 4 kids together too?
No, he has 2 from a previous marriage.
She has
2 with him.
2, yeah.
Damn,
I want to know who's going to be staying in Nashville.
4 babies. 4-person babies.
Oh, guess what?
No,
Misdemeanor might be getting another dog to help her.
I know, I heard. And we're actually fostering a litter of puppies right now, so I know that feeling.
Yeah.
What kind of pups?
Well,
of course, pitties. What else?
Oh my God, I love pitties. Oh, don't tell me that. I love pit bulls.
16 weeks old.
No.
This little girl, and my husband's like the dog whisperer. He was the animal whisperer. I mean, he should be a vet, honestly. But somebody mentioned he needed to be a vet, and he joined the Army, so now he's that kind of vet, but he's not the other. But he really is good with animals. He's just amazing. And she's at his work site, and she's a stray. She looks really hungry, and he's bringing her food today because that's what he does. And he said, I'm gonna take your vehicle today, and I'm not riding with the guys. And I said, because you're bringing that dog home, huh? He said, well, I'm just saying. And so when you say I'm just saying in my household, that speaks volumes. So we're getting another dog today, and we don't know what we're going to name her yet. I think I'm going to go with Carla's pick because I can't get Rhonda to respond to any of my requests to pick a beautiful female Russian name. But whatever, it's Zasha with a Z. Okay. Zasha. Yeah, because she's a Siberian Husky. She's little.
Vidalia? Is that a Russian name?
I don't know. That's a good name, Dahlia. So yeah, so she's beautiful, 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 black and white with a little bit of brown, big pushy foxtail like they have. He said she's pretty vocal. I said, is she in any way, shape, or form alpha? He said, absolutely not. His boss brought her dog out to the work site, and they played and they got along because I've got my little alpha pitty, so there you go. And she's starting to really scare me at this point, not in a vicious way. My original alpha, the one that we had to put down, Ginger, my Chesapeake, she would go outside. It took me like freaking forever to get her back inside. She'd just lay there and look at me like I don't hear you, because that's Chessies. They're just, oh God, hard-headed. And so now Bessie's doing that. The pit's doing it because she's an alpha. And then she would get in my spot on the couch. If I got up to go get a drink of anything, she would go get in my spot. The Chessie did. Now the pit's doing it. She's never done it before. Then a friend of mine taught the Chessie when she was a baby to grab your hand. If you stop rubbing on her, to grab your hand with her entire claw and bring your arm over to pet her. The Chessie did that yesterday for the first time. Not the pit did it. And I'm like, is she reincarnated? What the hell's going on? Or is this just an alpha thing? She waited. Because I had a talk with her. She sat in my lap one night and I said, listen, I get that you're alpha, but you're going to have to wait because that one's not gone yet. And she's an alpha and she will kill you. I know you're a pit bull, but you don't know a Chessie like I know a Chessie, and she'll kill you. So just chill out and wait and watch. I told her
that, honey.
I told her, true helper, in that conversation, I said, if you're going to be an alpha, you got some big shoes to fill, because let me tell you, this dog, through all of you little bitches, has gone and checked on every one of you. That's what alphas do. They make sure the pack is okay. I'm my hand to God, true helper, from that day forward, when she would get up in the morning, she would go and check on every single dog.
I believe it. People don't
I was
realize
like,
how strong that pack mentality
Thank you so
is.
much.
And
yeah.
when the
But the
alpha
fact that I've
dies
sat
off,
there and had that, and I got right in her ear and I whispered, "Oh,
yeah,
Bessie,
they're
listen
smart.
to me."
Good
Yeah.
morning. Persian Princess says, good morning. Try this. Say, I spell, not say ness.
I spell what?
I spell not say ness. Is that game? I spell not. Say, I spell map say ness.
I spell napkin.
I spell map say ness.
I don't get it.
I spell, because if you say it real fast, it just comes out as, I think. I spell
nastiness.
I was going to say, is that like a witchy
I
incantation
spell
or something?
nastiness. No,
Right?
nastiness.
Well, I didn't do it. I'm not gassy this morning, but cool.
I spell nastiness.
I don't know.
I smell nastiness. Is that what it is? That's what I thought it was.
I like that game. Though. That's a cool game. That's the game we could do on here.
That was the game I was telling you about. Incoherent.
Let's do it. We'll do it then. We will
you have to
do
buy
it.
Because you have to get the cards and stuff, and you have to put the thing up on the screen.
One of those capitalist schemes.
Carla broke my heart. That song. Yeah, the one with what's her name? Kelly Clarkson, about her dad or the dad.
Oh, do you know that she and Clive Davis had the biggest divorce ever? They weren't married, but business divorce over the song "Because of You," which is absolutely beautiful. Kelly wrote it, and he was like, "That's not shit." She's like, "The hell it isn't." And he put it in his book about her and everything. It's like really nasty. Huge hit. You screwed up on that one, didn't you, Clive Davis?
Yeah.
I wish I had that game though. That was really fun to play.
Hey, I have a favor to ask of everyone.
Okay.
Sure.
Yeah.
And this comes from the heart, and don't get all worried or paranoid, but if everyone can look into either exercising your Second Amendment or going to take a self-defense course of some kind. These classes are very easy. They're at the YMCA and all those good places. I don't know what you have near you, but it would make me feel a lot more comfortable. Because in this day and age, people are kind of losing their minds. And what better than to have a few skills under your belt that you might get.
Absolutely.
True. Did you see the Atlanta situation yesterday?
Nanya, check super chat.
Oh, there's so many of them. Which situation would that be?
Private?
Where citizens were walking through the town just shooting people.
Oh. Okay. Well,
that's what my husband told me.
Right now.
He's pretty savvy on keeping up. Because I'll go, guess what happened? He's like, I already know. I'm like, how do you do your work? But he's got his earbuds in. He's underneath the house and he's listening on his phone,
Yeah.
Keeping up.
That's the same thing I do. I usually listen to a lot of stuff. But we kind of did the same thing in our downtown area. We kind of live in a smaller town, but we had found two different areas, two different shops that were rented out. And we found that one was under a certain name, and another was actually under Antifa. So we kicked them both out. We told them, what's your types in our town?
This is in Atlanta. Atlanta is supposed to be the opposite of that. It's people who, like in San Francisco, what they're doing there, and a couple of other places where they're trying to take over the city, and they're they're not Second Amendment people. They're just hoodlums.
If you notice, all the towns that are in trouble mostly are under Democratic rule or liberal rule. It kills me because these idiots want to sit here online and bash every single other politician out there. And I don't like getting too political, and I don't even really recognize a certain party name, or I don't go by certain labels. But these idiots out there that they'll sit there, go online, tweet, and do all this stuff, and then their towns are falling apart. They're in such peril. They're burning.
I have a penis.
I had my niece and nephew, my nephew's kids yesterday, and we were driving to go pick up their stuff or whatever. And I asked, because one of their daughter, Lexi, said something about, I said, what do you guys think about this COVID stuff? She goes, it's all Trump's fault. Well, I nearly wrecked my car, right? Okay. And I said, really? Why do you think that? She goes, I don't know, but he's just not doing anything right. And I said, really? I said, hey, Lexi, let's do this. I said, pretend like for just a second that you're the president. I mean, you got a lot of stuff you got to, take care of. But then this COVID thing happens over in China. What would you do? What would be the first thing you do? She said, I would absolutely not allow anybody from China to travel here. I said, oh, Trump did that.
Mm-hmm.
She goes, he did. I said, oh, yeah. And you know what? They called him a racist. They told him he hated Chinese people, and that's why he was doing it. Had nothing to do with COVID.
Whole nine.
And I said, so what would be the second thing you would do? She goes, I'm scared to answer that question now.
He's my Uncle Donald. That's my Uncle Donald. I got the $1,000 bill. I showed her this morning.
I'm like Milo Yiannopoulos. I'll
No
just call him
comment.
Daddy.
No comment. No comment. No comment.
What? What? Who?
No comment. I'm not commenting on
you don't need
politics.
I'm going to be respectful because someone did mention, and I'm sincere when I say this, that I do get too political and I'm too hard right, and I appreciate that because you're absolutely right. There has to be room for a different opinion.
Her membership was paused.
And I completely agree.
Email this morning.
However,
I'll be right back. I gotta go charge my phone.
Okay.
However,
yeah.
Connect the dots. That's what I'm going to say about this country. Connect the dots. And if it doesn't make sense, then go find out why. Like, we need to get rid of all police. Okay,
oh my God!
really?
You know what that game? What's that game that all the kids play now? Oh, what is it?
Purge?
No. It's on. Everybody plays it. What is it? They used to have cops in it, like
Grand Theft Auto. Have they canceled that too?
No, it's not Grand Theft Auto. It's another one. Someone know. I watched it on the news today. They took all the cops out of it.
For real?
Yeah, they did. The game.
It's probably another liberal Democrat run area.
What game was it? Someone knows in here.
Jackass.
No, not Call of Duty. It's not Call of Duty.
That's like not even Democrat. That's like so far left. It's scary.
Yeah,
that's a whole different
animal. No, it's
animal.
not Call of Duty, Remy. It's another one.
But it's growing in popularity.
It's really.
It's communism.
It's what?
Yeah.
It's communism. It's communism. Who in the right mind will tell you that you can't leave the house, but yet expect everybody to attend somebody's funeral who was built up bigger than Martin Luther King, but committed such heinous crimes? Who else would sit there and cause every American to stay scared inside of their own home over a virus that is less lethal than your common cold? Who else would sit there and do these kinds of things but communists? Because that's exactly what they do. Do as I say, not as I do, and watch your country burn.
Well, guess what's on Fox right this minute as we're speaking? We have the Constitution
of the United States of America, and we damn well have our Bill of Rights. And no doubt we, the people, will stand up. And that's exactly what we're doing. Yeah. We don't have to sit there and get crazy and shove guns in people's faces and all that. But if they see and know our heart, they won't try it. They won't, and that's why they've tried it everywhere else. Minneapolis has over
$1
billion in damages. It's crazy. It's crazy.
Well, right now on television, reading the crawl across Fox, Texas Governor Abbott calls recent surge in state's coronavirus cases unacceptable. Listen, November cannot get here fast enough because I fully expect my Cheeto president to stand behind the podium and say, okay, that's enough. If you're sick, stay your ass home. The rest of you bitches get to work. I hope.
These are the same politicians that also told everybody to make sure that they stay at home, while yet they said, oh, well, the looters and the rioters, they're okay. They're okay because they're out in open air. But yet they started throwing shade at people when they started up their political rallies again. They make no damn sense. They make none at all. And let me tell you something. Another thing about those stinking masks that the CDC 1 week was saying, don't wear them. The next wear them. The next week, don't wear them. The next week, wear them. You pack of dumbasses. First of all, anybody that wears one of those masks for more than 20 minutes at a time, you are already compromising yourself because you weaken your immune system. You sit there, you're pretty much, it's like if you don't have a full respirator that covers your eyes, everything, you're still going to get sick if something is in the air anyway. We
like the one
with thousands of little creepy crawlies on us and viruses and bacteria and all that, and our body naturally builds up the antibodies to fight them. So we're sitting here being told to do these types of things for what? For what purpose? Because so far, from what I can see, from the suicide and the domestic abuse cases are a hell of a lot higher than the death rate is. And let me tell you, even that death rate is a bunch of BS.
Yeah.
We've proven
heart attack. Drop dead of a heart attack. I'll trust and believe your death certificate will read coronavirus. They'll swab your nares. You've been exposed, but you're not a carrier and you're not sick. You just same thing as MRSA. And let me just tell you, I worked in an LTAC for 13 months, and I swear to God, I had a fit. Can you imagine me having a fit? And I told her, I'm not putting any more. I'm not putting on another piece of PPE because you sons of bitches, you give me these patients, you admit them every day saying they got MRSA. I've had MRSA. I was damn near septic. Okay. These people they do not have it. I'm not putting this shit on. You're just putting it on there so the insurance will pay it at a higher rate. So kiss my ass. It's a money game.
That's true.
Every bit of it is a money game. And here's the thing. If you're immunocompromised, stay home. If you are immunocompromised a little bit, you put on that N95 mask when you go out. I shouldn't need to. I'm not immunocompromised. You're making me immunocompromised by keeping my ass at home and making me wear. When you get out of nursing school and you first get your first job, you're sick all the fucking time for like 6 months. You're fighting off crap. Once that passes, you've been exposed to pretty much anything you can be exposed to, and you're good. You're good to go. In TB wards, never got it. Okay. I wore PPE because I knew I had to go in the room and I had to be exposed to it. It was active TB cases. I never got it because I took care of myself. But when I go into somebody else's room that's diagnosed with MRSA because they swab their nares, 90 something percent, I would say like 92%. If you go into a doctor's office tomorrow and say, test me for MRSA, they'll swab your nose just like they do Corona V, and they will find MRSA. So what do we do now? Quarantine your ass? No. And
hey, you guys, I got to get off here. But
Pixie.
Ruth Helper, did you see my comment? Will you do it one time? I put a comment in the chat.
Let me see if I can find it. Of course. I'm a bit remote right now. I'm trying out this new mic type setup. Let me see here. That's that Liam Nielsen. Is that his name? Liam?
Oh yeah, Liam Neeson. Yeah.
Oh, Neeson. Neeson, not Nelson.
I'm like, what is he doing? He's going after Pixie's daughter. Okay, video from Wendy V that True Helper is going after Pixie's daughter in 3, 2, 1.
Yep. True Helper.
Do it.
A big old racist demagogue, evil, nasty P-man.
But say it. Do it like him.
Oh,
go.
Man. Really?
Yes, do it.
He does it amazing.
All right, let me pull it up. Oh, no, there it is.
Yeah.
There's 2 parts.
Putting me on the spot, making me feel like a jackass now. Damn it. All right, wait a minute. All right, here we go. All right.
He did it so good a couple weeks ago.
Because actually, I remember that's the movie Taken, right?
Yeah, it's my favorite movie.
I know. I love that movie too. I just haven't seen it in like years. All right, damn it. I'm trying not to laugh.
I don't know who you are.
Do it. Okay. All right. Oh, really? And then she changes the comment. Okay, hold on. Here, I'll pull it. Okay. I don't know who you are. I don't know what you want. If you let my daughter go now, that'll be the end of it.
Yeah, do the second one. The second one's the best one.
Stop it, Mr. Mayor. Stop it.
Sorry.
I will not look for you. I will not pursue you. Hey, where's the other half of it? I know there's more.
Where is it? I'm looking.
Oh, damn it. Pixie.
I don't see it, Pixie.
No? Hold on. Let me see. Hold on.
Oh. All right. That was a good movie though. I remember seeing that was actually what was that? That was like 90s, wasn't it? Or like early 2000s. That was a really, really good movie.
It was.
Actually, and pretty relevant for the time too, because they had so many kidnappings that were being broadcast. Well, the mainstream media was actually doing their job at that time. Nowadays, forget about it. It's absolutely insane. But that was one of the reasons why I asked everybody, please do go out there and at least inquire, because a lot of people are scared right now. And I hear about people speaking of the problems that we're suffering.
Sabrina.
But I can promise you, they will become a lot less scary if you go out and just get involved with something, or even if it's just you and your husband, or even sons or daughters. I mean, just gear up. It doesn't mean that you have to roll around the floor and, aggravate a already weakened knee or ankle, or get yourself hurt or hurt your back or anything. But if you just get experienced a little bit. And if you're one of the types to say, if you can't really do much physically, trust me, there is a firearm out there with your name on it, because that is one of the easiest things you can do. But get trained. If you get trained with it, that too will become a lot less scary. A 22 or 25, especially a 380 or any one of those, are perfect for women. There's little to no recoil. You don't have to worry about it flying out of your hands. Like I know some post these wild videos, with a woman holding a 44 or 45. Yeah, that's got a buttload of kick to it. But I mean,
do you see both comments?
I just see the one. It stops at,
I put them.
I will not pursue you, but if you don't, and it stops there. But I might be lagged.
That's right, because then he says something like, I will.
There's more. I just put 2 comments back to back. You don't see that?
Well, you know what? There is a delay, so usually it takes about 7.
Oh, yeah, there is.
Oh, Tawanda, have a good day. And hello, Lanky Tour. I saw what you said earlier. I'm sorry. I'm usually horrible with.
They do, Rhonda. He does it so perfect.
Little Sebastian. I appreciate that.
Rhonda, think if we could develop some type of a vibrating back massager with True Voices recordings. Just saying.
Right,
we would be on a beach in the Bahamas with a drink and an umbrella in it for forever. Where is it? Damn it. I'm not seeing the second one.
So then it says, but if you don't, then it says, let me see. Why the heck is it not coming up?
It might even be a bigger.
I will find you. I will find you and I will kill you. Oh, hold on.
That's next level. Yeah, it is.
People were like, what the hell's going on? Who was it? True Albert?
We're talking dirty.
Wow, is it really that delayed? No.
It can't be.
You might have to do it again. I don't know why, but it's not showing the other half of it.
That's what she said. You may have to do it again. I miss M's. I'm sorry.
I probably could have Googled it. I'm sorry.
Right?
I'm horrible.
Google it.
Google it. Google it.
Hey, Monkey. How are you this morning?
Hey, Monkey.
I never know how to say that. Monkey or monkey? Monkey. That's the way it's spelled. Monkey Mar.
She pronounces it on her video.
It's him.
Monkey Mar.
Monkey Mar.
So, you know what?
I love her videos.
While we're waiting, one last thing on that. I remember watching on the mainstream media, which I try to not get into too much, but I was watching that network at OAN, One American Network, I think it is. And when they had what some of the supposed self-proclaimed medical professionals put up this comment about the difference between your normal looters and rioters, aka protests, and some of the rallies that were happening, it was so starkly contradictory to everything that anybody who has one lick of medical common sense to them could understand. He just couldn't believe that they had put such a stupid ass comment out there. And then they expect us to go to them for guidance. Like, you people don't even know the difference between, a bacteria and a virus, for crying out loud. In 1 second, it lived on surfaces for 15 to 20 minutes to now 2 to 3 days. I mean, if people don't see the scare tactics that they've tried to employ, you know what? I'm sorry, I can't help you. But what I can help with is by saying, get some common sense. Like, not even get common sense, but go out and just Google. I mean, I hate to say it because honestly, I don't really like Google. I tend to use that DuckDuckGo. That's a bit more of a, it's away from all that bias crap. But just research, get educated a little bit. The more that you know, the stronger you'll be. And then all this very unseen illness out there, and it's all airborne and all that. Then you'll realize how truly powerful you are. I know God makes us all unique, but one thing,
Hi, Serenity. Hi, Very Hot.
We really are. We're very, very strong.
Right, we are.
Don't worry about it.
And listen, there's a Second Amendment for a reason. There really is.
Amen.
And it's not so that crazy people can have guns, because Chicago, let you do your research on that one, because the cities, the big cities that have the tightest gun control have the highest rates of gun violence.
Oh yeah, yep. And where was BLM during that time? You know what I mean? I love all these people, and I'm actually moderating more than a few of my friends' channels, like Anthony Brian Logan, the Officer Tatum, Brandon Tatum.
Love Tatum. Love Tatum.
Like, a lot of these are strong Black conservative voices who've been out there for as long as I can remember. And they've been speaking truth to power, because I grew up near the hood as well. And let me tell you something, none of my friends who are called in any way, shape, or form would ever back anything like this. And it's really it's a bunch of teenagers in early 20s types that are running around. They don't move their head from their asses, because they've been indoctrinated their whole lives, and or like, if
to believe,
honestly, they usually follow mainstream media, and then people wonder why they are so messed up in the head, going out doing all these chants, and now you got people kneeling to each other. There's only one force in this universe that you do that to, and that is God.
Let me tell you too, I am so overwhelmed at the difference in a basic high school history class from when I went to school to now. The revisionist history is insane.
I know they're trying to rewrite history.
They really are. This never happened. Yeah, it did. The Republicans became Democrats and the Democrats became Republicans. I love that one. I'm like, no, that didn't happen either.
Lies I've ever seen. But it's like they accuse everybody else of being, all the Hitler types and this and that. But the fact is they're the ones.
Hi, Rhonda.
In this way. It's crazy.
Love you, girl.
And it's all good. And that's why I say, you don't have to let these types of things really get to you. Education and getting to know the real truth of history is going to make you feel better. I promise you, because you can't get to where you're going if you don't know where we've been.
And let me just say this. I was not always a conservative. I think that I was probably one of the most single people in America that was incensed by George Bush on 9/11. I was so angry with him. I thought, you're just drumming this up. I mean, you're making this crazy. You're making people mad. I was just totally, until I sat down and thought, no, wait a minute. Again, connect the dots, do your homework, find out who's who. And I started researching. I started looking things up on my own, just going different places, looking at different things. And it was an eye opener. And I thought, you have been so misled for so long. That's why now I say something about it. And in a way, I do need to ratchet it back a little bit. If for no other reason, people need to do it for themselves, because me hand feeding it to you is no better than CNN being on somebody's channel all day long, giving you dribble about
private chat, True Helper.
stuff.
I'm sorry. What'd you say, Carla?
Check out private chat, or private chat.
Yeah, private, and then read.
And then read it.
Here we go with this again. All right. Well, now that I've been speaking something I feel passionately about, maybe I won't laugh this time. Okay.
Pretend like you're talking to a looter. Go.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Okay. Well, actually, no, that'd be a whole different thing. And I'd probably get this voice.
A lot of MFers in there, wouldn't it? Okay. Yeah.
It feels like one of those rock moments. No, stop. All right. Okay, don't do it. Don't do it. I don't know who you are. I don't know what you want. If you let my daughter go now, that'll be the end of it. I will not look for you. I will not pursue you. But if you don't, I will look for you. I will find you. And I will kill you.
Hell yes!
Wow, that was awesome.
Oh, whoop that ass.
That knocked Misdemeanor
Thank you.
right off track.
Right?
Misdemeanor got so hot and bothered, she dropped off. What happened?
I know. Seriously, that was awesome.
Actually, truth be told,
I love it.
I don't like my own voice. I swear to God.
You've got like the best voice ever.
I fell off my bed reaching for the vibrator. I'm sorry. It happens. It happens. What can I say?
Thank you, True Helper.
You're
Carla, I
welcome,
gotta go.
Oh,
Well, you
thank
have
you
a
for
blessed
coming
day.
up,
Thank
Pixie.
you for having
We're
me.
we're only gonna be on another 20 minutes because we're gonna go off when Jenna Moog comes on. So
Okay, I'll
we'll
see you guys
see
over
you
there.
Okay, love you,
Okay.
girl.
Love you.
Bye.
Bye, guys.
Have a
Bye,
good day.
guys.
Thank you.
Hey, who
That
you
was
say is
awesome.
going live? Because, well, I'll be busy, but I'll be listening in
To what?
to whoever's going live next. I like to
Oh,
listen.
it's Jenna Moon. She's
We're going to Jenna
do
Moon's.
she's doing a crime stream
Oh, cool.
about like a true crime live about a case that I've never heard about, but I find it very interesting, intriguing. So
Mm-hmm.
yeah. Nanya, are you coming back up or what?
Everybody talks
to
about
Nanya?
some of these other creators, but I don't hardly know anybody. But I'm
She's
starting
talking
Well,
about today. Jenna's talking about the Fort Hood stuff.
Yeah.
What's going on? So it's going to be really good.
Yeah.
Really
It
good.
sounds really good.
Yeah, I've been hearing about that, especially with the one that they just found the body, and supposedly they tried to say that he went AWOL, but he was only a few days away from being done. Like
Yes, that's what she was talking about this morning. Like, it was 4 days away from graduating.
Wow.
And there's been how many? Like 4 or 5 of them that have gone missing.
Do they think there's a serial killer involved or somebody that?
There's
They think
some kind of cover up.
might be a cover up.
Could be. I mean, you'd
that
have to
sounds like
really.
interesting.
Yeah, I was going to say you'd have to look into their histories and see what they were involved in. But
Right.
you know, once you actually have access, I mean, again, the difficult issue with the military always is privacy. So when you start asking questions, you know, I mean, you can use Freedom of Information Acts and all that, but a lot of times the government can just shut you down, and or they can sit there and hand you a piece of paper full of information, but with one line left unredacted. So it might be a bit difficult to get to the bottom of it.
Yeah.
It's a difficult part with military, but God bless them boys and girls and men and women.
But that's kind of scary that every single one of them was listed as AWOL or what was the other one? Not defecting.
It's like weird. It's just weird. The whole story, you know, the whole story.
The parents are screaming, no, they're missing. We don't know. We haven't heard from them. They're not AWOL. They haven't defected. They're something wrong. And they're like, no, they're AWOL. Let's go. Just look away. Look away. So.
Yeah, and I'm positive too that they're looking into it, because one thing I can say, they definitely don't like people doing something to their own. So I'm sure they have an internal review over it. But
yeah. Well, we're going to learn more on her live today, so we're going to just hop over. If someone can put the link in.
Yeah, I think what's her face was putting it up earlier.
Yeah,
Rhonda?
Sarah, if you can put the link in the chat.
It's an
we're gonna
Italian
love
thing.
bomb
I'm sorry.
her.
We always do
We're gonna
that.
love bomb her at 10:30. We're gonna all go over there and listen to her because I'm intrigued.
I had to plug my cord in because I was like almost dead.
Oh, okay. No, you just
that sounded so.
You
in the hospital.
Is that all you were plugging in?
That's right. For now.
They all do. They abandoned me. They just leave me here hanging.
Sorry.
I can't believe I used to do this all by myself and never have people on my panel. I would like go 2 hours all by myself and talk. Can you imagine how hard that is? People don't think it's hard. It's hard as hell.
I try to say, there's that one girl at the end of the day. She's really sweet, and she does it all by herself for like 3 or 4 hours. I'm like, how does she do it? She just must love to hear.
I don't know either, because I couldn't.
If you had like a script or you had something to talk about, but I would go on in the morning and have let the chat decide And now
and she
I
plays
think about
music all the time. She
That's a
dances
lot
to
of
it.
work.
yeah, some people didn't, but when you get when you have people to work off of, then you don't. It's not as hard. And I don't know how I did it before. I really don't. I really don't. Because
It's
now,
not-
if I went back to doing that by myself, I would be lost. I'd be sitting there looking like a goofball. Because I'm so used to having people up here now.
And you do a great job at that,
She
love.
does.
I hope so,
Yes, she
because
does.
I like to give people a chance to come up here, because people that don't usually come up will come up.
If you can get Misdemeanor to shut the hell up and shut her damn tongues up.
We like Misdemeanor to open up her mouth.
She's gone off on me a few times.
Say no, she hasn't.
No,
one
time she went off on me, and she was
never has she.
Pissed. I'm never coming back here. No, I'm like,
it's like Carla comes back with, "Oh, you bitch, get on the panel or I'm coming down there." Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. On my way.
And you know what? True helper, I agree with you 100%.
Then we go into a private chat.
Everything that you said, because I am a Trump lover and I'm proud of it.
Love me.
And
Carla, please tell me you still love me.
Oh, tell me you still like
proud
me.
of it.
Does none you hear me?
How would you? I'm sorry. I was talking to True Helper, but go ahead.
I'm sorry. Either one of you.
Sorry. No,
did the middle of my sentence interrupt the beginning of yours? I'm sorry.
Yeah.
After she yelled at me, I was talking. Hello. After she yelled at me, she went privately and she goes, "Do you still love me?"
She's like, barely.
And then I screamed at her and I got over it. See, that's what adults do.
I was just going to say that. That's what friends do. Friends do.
Nobody knew.
Right. Exactly.
Because I didn't say anything to her publicly. Bye, everyone. I'll see you guys over at Jenna's. Thank you for having me up, Carla, and thank you, True Helper. You're awesome. I might have to rewind this, record it, and change my ringtone.
I love you, Pixie.
So
Bye, Pixie.
See you in a little bit.
Thank you so much for coming up. I appreciate you.
Bye, Pixie girl. So anyway, what I was saying, True Helper, is I agree with you 100%. I'm a true patriot. I love Trump. I don't care what anyone says. That's my beliefs. Call me racist, call me you want, then I'm a racist. But I love him. I think he's a good president.
Do not call yourself a racist up here, because they'll click that and they'll say Carla has racists on her panel.
Yeah, that's true.
Of course she does.
You're not a racist.
Right.
Hey, True Helper, let me ask you a question.
Yes.
Have you or have you not framed your beautiful invitation to the inauguration?
I know. I have mine.
I haven't framed mine yet. I'm going to, though.
But it's funny, though. Wait a minute. I got mine. Did you get yours afterwards? Because I got mine afterwards. I was like, well, what do I do with this?
No, I got it before, and I'm like, I can't afford you.
No,
you're the one with the money.
Afterwards.
Send me a plane ticket.
Thank you. Yeah, and now that's what I'm getting is you didn't do your donation because you're missing the chance to meet him. I'm like, I'm fine.
I'm good.
Yeah, whatever.
You're going to have to come over to my house and have dinner because that's what I can afford. Okay.
Thank you very much.
There you go.
He's going to fly me on his private jet with whoever I want. I was like,
keeping it honest with everybody, during the last election cycle, in my mind, I voted for the lesser of two evils, and that's the way my stance was. Because honestly, and here's a little secret about me, many don't know, and I think this is the first time I'm ever saying it online, but
libertarian.
I bought the whole hope and change deal the first time around, and
me too.
Obama into office way back in, what now, it's at 11, 12 years ago.
Yeah.
But then obviously changed up very, very quickly when I saw that he did more harm than good. And now you have the same man that was a part of that who's trying to run for president, and he can't even remember his name.
He can't even remember his name. He can't remember what he ate for
breakfast. Or keep his hands all to himself.
Thank you. Can't remember what town he's in, who he's talking to.
Well, I will say this.
Get back under your hole, please.
I was excited that Obama became president because
you were
hear me out, because he was a black man, and I really, really wanted that for this country. I thought this will be the most healing thing
Well, diversity, yeah, good.
But there's some healing in that.
Yeah.
I mean, to feel like you're part of a country you're really not a part of for a very long time, that's hurtful. That's just not right.
Right.
And I thought this is going to be good. This is going to be a great thing. I quickly discovered that was not anything of what it was about.
Yep.
And then I got really pissed. But I've watched Donald J. Trump, Daddy, since '87.
Uncle Don.
And I've listened to every word that man said. And let me tell you what, businessmen, they have bankruptcies. They lose money. They make stupid ass
He's
deals.
even said that. So
they use every tax advantage available to them according to the law, and they pay good tax people to find those loopholes.
Seriously, he did, and look where he's at now. So don't be jealous.
He's
the best businessman out there.
He has done everything he's talked about since 1987. The man has been a patriot a long time. You can say, "Oh, well, he was a Democrat." Well, look where he lived.
Yep,
look where he lived. Okay.
Yep.
Now,
he's getting money to both sides, and he admitted that. He says, yes, I did. I supported Democrats, and I've also supported the Republicans. Okay, so, and?
I have real Democratic friends, but real Democratic friends. And you have some good Democrats out there, but a lot of them are influenced by these stinking lobbyists and by
exactly.
But the day that we have a strictly Republican country, we're in trouble. The day we have a strictly Democratic,
we don't want a strictly one
Democrat-run government, we're in trouble. We need both sides. We need opinions.
You need that yin and yang.
My daughter came to me and said, "Why would you vote for a surgeon for president?" I said, "Why wouldn't I? He's not just a surgeon. Do you know who he is, Ben Carson?
He's a smart man.
I said, if you can control all those egos in one surgical theater and have a successful outcome, you can pretty much do anything in my mind. I mean, I'm just saying. But that I loved him. We supported him financially with all of that donated to him. Support him financially. Like I can support financially a neurosurgeon. Okay, well, whatever.
He's a gentle person. He's got a very calm nature about him and his voice.
But my point with him being, she said to me, this adult child, he said apparently was switched at the hospital at birth because she didn't come from me. But she said, why would you ever vote for her? I mean, my God, Mom. I'm like, you're aware that when this country started, it was butchers, bakers, and candlestick makers, right? You know that, right?
Right.
Wasn't a damn lawyer in sight. And if they were, there was no Ivy League law schools that they went to.
Yep.
They grabbed a book and did a few studies and whatever, read a constant, but they didn't have all that. And oh, by the way, lawyers are paid to argue.
Hell yeah.
Yes.
50 cents, they'll kill their own mother.
They do.
For
is argue.
We
need more butchers, bakers, and candlestick makers in our Congress, in our cabinets, in our presidential Oval Office.
That's why we need them. 3 judicial branches.
They represent you.
You ask any millennial.
Well, some of them.
What are the name of the 3 judicial branches? And you'll see what you'll get out of that. They chop that up. Oh my God, I was laughing so hard.
Yeah, Walter, and I hate that Waters World. They don't do Waters World anymore.
One girl goes, Democrat, Republican, and is it libertarian? I go, whoa. Do they not teach this in school?
No, they don't. They're too busy indoctrinating our children to believe they're wide, radical, fanatical damn things.
I know it.
Flag queens going in to teach our kindergarten children.
I talked to a seventh grader because I crossed the kids for school. I work for the city, and we always had this conversation about politics in the morning. He was so smart. And I'm like, so what do they teach you? What they teach you history? What's going on now? I go, no. Like history. Way back.
That's current events.
1800s, 1776. Oh, that's world history. You do that in high school. I said, what the? Oh, are you kidding me? This is stuff that was embedded in us when we were in grade school. Yeah, they don't talk about that anymore. They just talk about what's going on. And there's a lot of liberals in our school that are teachers. I said, that's the problem right there. There you go. Just saying.
Yep.
And they have debates. And they were telling me that there are kids that they're conservatives. I was like, wow. And when they're on these debates and they're winning, and then the teacher jumps in. You can't say that. You can't do that. I was like, ooh.
You're going to offend somebody. Oh,
Yep.
can I please?
Yeah.
I'm built to offend. Are you kidding
And
me?
even the one teacher was calling his own classmates that were not they were not Democrats. He was calling them racist.
You're right,
said,
Keith.
teacher,
I
a
firmly
teacher
support
said
that.
A teacher said that. I'd be on the phone if I was the parent. I'd be in the office.
I caught the tail end of something very similar to that happening at my son's school before he graduated.
Seriously?
And I actually called out the principal in front of the whole packed auditorium.
Good.
That I will debate you anytime, any place, and make you look like the jackass that you are. Because what you're
Good.
doing to these children is wrong. I mean, he was spewing hate and vitriol. I mean, you couldn't believe it. So good thing that happened though was that they did convene and they actually removed him from being a principal at his school at the time.
Good.
You go, buddy. Good job.
Good.
Good job.
I couldn't take it anymore. It was literally during a concert, and then he was making this speech, and then the kids had like this little mini debate. It was for their debate club or whatnot, and then he kept shutting everybody down. It had a different political ideology than he did, and I'd finally had enough. And I walked right up on stage, took the mic from him, and called him out. I was like, "This will not stand. This will not stand at all." I don't know who you
walk it
are,
up on stage.
from,
I'm sure he
you
probably
don't
had
have anything that is necessary to run this school by.
He probably had an accident in his pants when you started walking up on stage.
Well, we really put ourselves in a bad position when we started with the whole "you're offending people" thing.
I'm only 6 foot, 230 pounds, but you know.
Back in the day, my dad, because the principal didn't like us because we came from Chicago, moved into this suburb, so we got pegged as troublemakers and whatnot, and got called the names, and the principal hated us.
Shame.
So my brother was running down the hall because he didn't want to be late for class. The bell rang, and he grabbed him by the collar and "You Chicagoans, blah blah." And I yelled at him. I said, "Leave my brother alone. My dad will kick your ass." And he's pointing at me, and he goes, "You get to class," and he'd call you by your last name, And I said, "I'm not kidding. I'm telling my dad." Well, not only that, the same damn day he did it to my sister, and I had enough. And I looked at him. I said, "Be prepared. I'm getting him today." And he thought I was kidding. I went home. I told as soon as not much words came out. We lived a half block from school. My dad, Sicilian man, walked out of the house, and he goes to me and my sister, goes, "Let's go." And my mom goes, just don't take the gun. Don't take the gun. He goes, "I don't need the gun." My dad walked to the school. He walks now as we're showing him where the office was. So he's like, "You girls stay in the hallway." Well, that's not going to happen. Okay. So he walks in, and the secretary's on the phone, and my dad goes, "Where is he?" She goes, "Well, he's on the phone." And he opens the door. She's like, "Sir." And my dad put his arm out, and he goes, "Sit down."
Nice.
I followed him in the office. My dad, he stood up and he goes, "Can I help you, Mr.?" Calls him by last name. My dad grabbed him by the neck, boom, punched him. His legs were in the air over the chair. And I was like, and here's me in the back. "I told you I was going to tell my dad. I told you." My dad turns around and goes, "What I tell you?" And I'm like, "I know, outside." So I go outside, and me and my sister are laughing. He gets up. My dad comes around and grabs him by the shirt. He said, "You ever touch my kids again, and you don't show them respect, I will be back. And next time, they're going to carry you in the stretcher. You got me?" "Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes,
hey, guys,
sir."
we're going to have to end this pretty soon because Jenna's going live in like 3 minutes.
Yeah, and I was going to say, I got to run anyway. I got to get back to work. So, and
we love you, True Helper.
Yeah.
Love
you, everybody. Hey, everybody, go over to, I wish somebody would post that link once again to Jenna Moons.
Yeah.
She's going live in like 3 minutes or 2 minutes now. So I wanted to go over there and show her some support. And I love you guys for coming in today. I appreciate you all.
All right.
We love you too,
thank you
Carla.
so much, True Helper. Love you guys.
Thank you.
True Helper. Nice to meet you.
Everybody go pee and get your drinks ready. Let's go to Jenna's.
Go pee. We're going to get over to Jenna's. Bye, guys.
Bye. Love you. Bye.
Love you. Bye.
Bye.